welcome in. How are y'all doing this weekend? As a our weekly weather update, it is actually pouring rain this weekend. Apparently, it was like they always call it weird things. Like they always call it like atmospheric river. And then they're like I think there was like some sort of flood warnings and stuff like that. But so far, it's been okay. It's like raining lightly, but like constantly. It's been raining for like the last I want to say like 24 hours, just like nonstop. You want rain? You want rain too? I'll send some over. I'll send some over. But I'm gonna enjoy the rain while it lasts, honestly. Although weekend rain is not the best, you know. I mean, although in the end, it could be like a cozy weekend, you know. Um, it's near the background blurrier than usual. It actually looks pretty crisp to me. I don't know. Is it blurrier than usual? Are your eyes blurry? Are you wearing your glasses? It looks fine. I didn't change like the focal length of the camera or anything like that. I can make the background blurry, like it can do that, but I don't do that. Because everyone's got to see the background stuff. This is monsoon season and it's been too dry. Wait, you have monsoon season? I just assumed it just like never rained in Arizona. I didn't know you had that. I guess you need the every water you can get, right? Pilates in the rain. I have to drive to Pilates in the rain, and like every time it hasn't rained in a while, and then it starts raining. It's like everyone forgets how to drive in the rain. Like we live in a city where it rains like 10 months of the year, and like as soon as it's rainy, like people drive like maniacs. I don't know why. Looks good. I guess I didn't notice before. I don't know. Maybe the camera is doing something different. Who knows? I'm not that good at camera, so I might be like I might have changed something without knowing. Um, you think Miju would be surprised to learn we have buildings here, not just sand? I thought you had sand and cacti and buildings. Like you have buildings. I just thought it was like the buildings are on top of sand. That's my that's my what am I trying to say? That's my perception of Arizona. But surely it's really dry, right? But I didn't know you had monsoons. That's why I'm surprised. But good luck with those. But surely it's not that bad, right? Because like you can, um, the dry ground like soaks up the water, so you don't get floods. Grand Canyon with a bunch of houses. I don't think the Grand Canyon is in Arizona, is it? I thought it was in Nevada, but I guess it goes pretty far, right? Where is Arizona in okay, Ratsy's been doing his geography quizzes. Where is Arizona in your like from Nevada? It touches Nevada, so the Grand Canyon does go through it. You never been to the Grand Canyon, so either you just never went and it was nearby, or or it's far away. It's Arizona. Oh, it's in Arizona too. We are the Grand Canyon state. What? I thought the Grand Canyon was Nevada. I guess I'm wrong. It's because I've been to Vegas and they were advertising a lot of Grand Canyon tours. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, that's where you go to see the Grand Canyon. I guess it's Arizona. But that means that gives an even more impression of dryness, right? Because whenever you see pictures of the Grand Canyon, it's like super dry. And there's no buildings on the Grand Canyon. So I'm still not convinced that you guys have buildings. The Grand Canyon National Park is in Arizona. Oh, okay, okay. I don't know what that is. Maybe I've seen like pictures of it before. I just don't really know. I've only ever seen like people stand at the edge. It's a national park. Yeah, I got that part. I got that part. It's not called the Grand Skyscape. Exactly, exactly. All your buildings are deep into the ground. Yeah, I've never been to the Grand Canyon either. I don't think I've ever been to the American national parks as well. So they look cool. They look cool, but I've never been. Yeah, I went to Vegas when I was a teenager, and I thought it was like not that. I mean, it's not. I mean, I feel like it's not that exciting when you're just a kid. You know, like there's like shows and stuff like that, but um, you know, it's not the traditional Vegas experience, I guess. El Capitano in Yosemite is nice. Yeah, nice. I never been there. Um, Vegas was way better as a kid than as an adult. I mean, I'm not like a big partier or like a gambler or anything like that, so I probably would not have fun as an adult. I probably wouldn't be like going to the Vegas Strip, you know. I'd probably like whatever Kalani is talking about. Like Kalani is always eating good food. Talking about like seafood town. I'll be going there. I don't know where that is, but I'm sure it's nearby. I wouldn't be at like the main hotel area. Yeah, I'll be yeah, I think yeah, when I was a kid we just went to all the hotels. Um yeah, so yeah, there's a bunch of the hotels. There's a hotel with a roller coaster in it. I didn't get to go on the roller coaster. Um and then there was like shows. Like there was like we went to see like what's it called? Cirque du Soleil and some magic shows and stuff like that. My brother was really into magic. So we got to go. Oh yeah, we also went to the M&M store. We definitely went there. You went for the M&Ms and whatever Kimmy wants to visit. Okay, okay. You guys have your American road trip. You're gonna go everywhere, right? She has to visit every state. But yeah, you just gotta go every place there's an M&M store, you know? Like I'm sure there's one in Vegas, there's one in New York for sure. There might be one in LA, I don't know. And Welcome in Red. Vegas is great. You've been there like 6 times. What do you like to do in Vegas? We all come in. And welcome in Kimmy. How are you? M&M chocolate. It's Ricky, Razzie. What do you think it is? Unless Ricky's just a really big fan of M&M the rapper. Maybe he is like because it sounds like M&Ms, like the candy. Toronto may or may not have an M&M store. Does it? It might. But like I definitely know New York does. I've been to that one. You're doing great. I'm glad to hear that. So I gotta go to New York, England, and where else? I mean Vegas. Yeah, New York, Vegas, England. I don't know where all the M&M stores are. You gotta look this up. There's probably quite a few. And and welcome in Angel. How are you? It is rainy. You guys get the nice view of the weather, aka the wall of my building. But yeah, it's a rainy weekend. It is pretty. The weather is pretty miserable, honestly, but it's kind of nice. It's kind of cozy because like we haven't had rain in a while, and it's kind of weird for Vancouver for not to rain in a while. So it's kind of nice after a while. Yeah, it's supposed to rain all weekend, and it's been just pretty much nonstop wet out. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not like a downpour kind of situation. I feel like in Vancouver we don't have like really really heavy rain. It's just like constant rain. You know, it's like light to medium rain but constant. But the it's not like huge raindrops or anything like that, which is kind of chill. I do own a rain jacket now. I got one I think this year I got a rain jacket, so we're chilling now. I didn't have one before, even though I've lived here my whole life. Las Vegas, Orlando. That's nearby you, right? That's in Florida. Or where you will be. New York City, London, Henderson. What's Henderson? Shanghai, Bloomington. I don't know where that is either. In Berlin. Okay, okay. I don't know where some of those places are, but those all sound like good places to visit. From Uniqlo? No, no, it's not from Uniqlo. It was from MEC. Do you guys have MEC in Toronto? Um, Turns out I can fit children's rain jackets, so I got a kid's rain jacket, and it was way cheaper, and I got it. There's no tax on kids' clothes apparently. That's what I found out. London, Ontario. Yeah, exactly. London, Ontario. Henderson is right outside Vegas. What? So there's one in Vegas and then there's one right outside Vegas? I guess you can go 2 for 1 if you go to Vegas. Welcome in, Zirconian. Hope you're doing well today. We're having a regular weather talk. You missed it. It's raining. There's your update. Um, MMC. M&M City. I don't know what that means. Okay. Apparently, yeah, there's one in Henry. Where's Bloomington then? Bloomington must be a place in America too, right? Or both USA? Bloomington, I'm gonna guess. Ohio. Why would there be one in Ohio? Oh, MEC, sorry. I'm guessing you don't have it. Illinois. You think Illinois? Bloomington, Illinois. Bloomington. Wait, I'm trying to think of like what it would sound like. If someone was like, oh, I'm from Bloomington here, you know? I feel like Ohio is a good guess. They probably have big malls and stuff, you know? You read that some dude in Oshawa? What's Oshawa? Is reviving a biker gang. Will you be joining? Actually, I have ridden a motorcycle one time. I rode a dirt bike. I rode a dirt bike. I drove it at walking speed, and then I got stuck in the sand, and then I fell over. So that's my motorcycling experience. I am pretty anti-motorcycle though, so I probably will not be joining the biker gang. I hope those people are wearing helmets. And preferably not riding on the motorcycle, you know? Oshawa in Canada. Do you know where Oshawa is, Jack? Is it in BC? Oshawa. I don't know. It's in Mall of America, so Minnesota. I should have guessed. Oh no. Ernie will be disappointed. I didn't know where the Mall of America was. I thought it was in Minneapolis. That's the only city I know so far. She told me another one. She was like, "Oh no. There's this big city. There's like apparently there's twin cities, and I can't remember the other one. I just remember Minneapolis because it starts with the Min, like Minnesota. You know, Minneapolis, Minnesota. You know, it's kind of nice. St. Paul's other one is not in BC. Where is Oshawa? No one has told me yet. The Mall of America is in Minnesota. That's what, yeah, she told me. But I didn't know where in Minnesota it was, you know? I just assumed it was Minneapolis. East of Toronto. Oh, okay, east of Toronto. It's in Ontario. The Oshawa Generals. So it's like, it's near, whose team? And Jack, thanks for the prime. He just knows because of hockey, apparently. I'm guessing it sounds like Ottawa Senators and then like Oshawa Generals, you know? Actually, I guess Senators has nothing to do with Generals, right? Because like Senators are like, why are they called Senators? It's like imagine one team is called like the Vancouver Prime Ministers. Like, why would you call it that? The Member of Parliament. Cares about Ontario. Is Quebec or nothing? Exactly. I kind of want to get my fan. Where did I put it? Oh, let me grab it one sec. Got it. I got it. It was not that hot out, but then suddenly it feels kind of warm, and I'm kind of sweaty now. I feel like every time I shoot, I don't know if it's like the lights or the PC or something like that. I shouldn't have dressed so warmly. Our junior team, closest NHL team would be the Leafs. What? They're associated with the Leafs? Okay. Well, I will definitely store that information into my brain and remember it later. Very, very important. No, they aren't. What? They're not associated. They're just nearby. Okay, that's fine. It's like the Vancouver Giants. That's what it is, right? Oh, it's a kids team. Oh. Okay, no, not like the Vancouver Giants. Okay, no, Vancouver Giants is a kids team? I have no idea. I don't understand how this ranking works. It's a junior Why do you guys know about this 16-year-old's team? All I know about the Leafs that it was Blues, and it's possibly because Drake supports them. What is Drake doing? He's cursing them. They're draft eligible. Oh, okay. There's these kids on this team. It's common hockey knowledge. It's only common for you because you live nearby, okay? I know about the Vancouver Giants. Where are you from that they don't like hockey? Me? Canada? We famously hate hockey. What do you mean? Zach is the only Englishman who's ever watched a hockey match. I'm pretty sure he said that there was hockey, like there was hockey games, you know? But like I think like no one goes to them. Like they're very not popular. They're not very popular at all. There's a UK league. Yeah, yeah. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, the weather's so bad. We're in a bit of a hockey drought right now. But that's okay. What's everyone been up to this week? Does the England national team plan to be at the Olympics? Are they ever? Do you have to qualify for the Olympics, or does everyone just go, and then you just get knocked out? Well, surely not. As long as you think you can. How do you qualify? Maybe like tournaments and stuff like that. I have no idea how the Olympics work. Need to qualify, so you don't just automatically get someone like. So it's like, oh, Canada will always get a soccer team or something. You know, you have to qualify. They keep getting relegated from their international tournaments. Oh, okay, okay. That's cool. I'll definitely retain this information for later. Don't worry. I have so many sports facts in my brain. Anyway. Yeah, what has everyone been up to this, or what's everyone up to this weekend? I mean, it's kind of raining. So I don't know if I'm gonna go outside and touch grass. Last week I went outside to touch grass, and then I realized I went to like a really nice park. I was like, oh, there's like a park nearby. I didn't actually know about it. It was a really nice park, and I was like, and then when I got there, it was completely empty, and I was like, why is there no one? Like, it's such a nice park. It's a weekend. It's a nice day. I was like, literally, why is there no one in the park? And then we stepped outside the car, and it was like a million degrees. Like immediately, it was like a wall of heat, and I was like, hmm. Tried to go on a walk, and it was like unbearable. So I was like, okay, yeah, now I see why no one's at the park. Like there was some people like hanging out in the shade, and there were some kids, but like it was not very busy. I was like, okay, you know what? That's why I just went home. I guess there's such thing as too nice of weather. Feels cozy today. It definitely does feel so cozy today. Maybe it's like a nice, um, cozy like stay at home gaming or stay at home watching a movie kind of day. You're working overtime today. Oh no! Hope you get some nice rest afterwards. 35°C feels like winter. Get out of here. It was not 35, by the way. That's crazy hot. It was more like 31, but it was still too warm. Good job, you learned a new feat. Did I hit level 4? Can't remember. Um, Istat has been getting pretty far in Baldur's Gate. He reached Act 3, so I've been watching. I can't help anymore. I've reached the point where I cannot help anymore. He's kind of got it all figured out. Um, Stay at home nap day. Isn't that every day, Rancy? You're napping every day, man. Football manager, of course. Yeah, what else? Any I don't know. What do people do on the weekends? I mean, I do have Pilates today. I didn't have it last weekend because I told you the PowerPoint situation. She had to press next on the PowerPoint at her work thing. But yeah, I honestly I wasn't like I wasn't I didn't do that much workouts at home because it was way too hot. Like if it's like 30 degrees in my house, I don't feel like doing crunches, okay? But I did do some last Saturday or something. I'm kind of behind right now, so hopefully I'm not like my upper abs are not dying. She always makes me do like upper abs, you know, and they're always like really sore the next day. So hopefully it's not too bad. That's like the worst outcome. Sometimes I think I for a while I think my abs were getting a lot stronger. So then I'd actually enjoyed ab workouts because it wasn't as painful. But now I think they kind of weakened again. I think I didn't keep up with them. So now, like after like 2 weeks of not doing it, I now it's really painful to do ab workouts. Just like you know when you like put your legs out and then you like lower them down. Those are the worst ones. Or like a V sit sort of thing. Oh, those are the worst. Um, Weekends are meant for napping or playing games for 10 plus hours and wondering why you're hungry. You should eat, but don't eat your pizza. I don't think we have to tell you, but do not eat your pizza with bananas on it, okay? If you, I think, you know, at this point, you could just be relegated to only cheese pizzas. Like, cheese pizzas are, you know, they're not like the greatest thing or anything like that, but yeah. Don't play League for 10 plus hours. Don't play League for 10 plus hours. Don't play Call of Duty for 10 plus hours. I can't, I don't even know what else. There's a lot. I mean, don't play the red flag games for 10 plus hours. Your brother's girlfriend called it disgusting when I talk. Yeah, everyone calls it that, right? What kind of reaction are you expecting? Like, who would hear about your pizza and be like, that sounds good, I would love to try it, you know? Come on. You're considering trying chocolate pizza. I mean, there's no like cheese on it, right? It's like a cookie pizza, like a dessert pizza. That's fine. I kind of find like sometimes there's like sushi pizza, and I kind of think that's messed up. As a Japanese person, I feel like sushi pizza is a bit messed up. You're gonna do TCG card shops? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You're playing Madden for 10 plus hours? That's like borderline, but we'll let it slide. Welcome in, Kaladi. I'm glad you have the day off work at least. Or maybe you don't, and I'm sorry. Do you even have anyone left to try and get validation from your pizzas from? Yeah, I don't think there's enough people in the world to get through to where someone will say that that pizza sounds good. You're actually at work. Oh no. Yeah, I thought that as soon as I said it, I was like, oh, maybe you are at work. Well, enjoy getting off work and then playing Madden for 10 plus hours. You thought it had cheese? I'm glad if not, because it sounds like a crime. I don't think chocolate pizzas would have cheese on it as well. Like I think it would be like a cookie pizza with like chocolate and other dessert stuff. You're playing Final Fantasy 7 for 10 plus hours. Didn't you finish it already? I thought you played it. Maybe you're playing other Final Fantasy games. Cannot remember. Oh no, that you posted that picture of the girl with the black hair, not Tifa, but the other girl, and she looked like deranged, right? I remember that. Cheese and choco is a good combo. I don't know if I agree with that. And welcome in, Link. What in the hell is going on here? We're just talking. We're just talking. Nothing crazy, man. I'll give you props for not being a fussy eater, but your pizza was rank. Yeah, pretty rank. I have to agree with that. You finished the remake, but you're playing the OG right now. Ah, okay, that's what it was. It's amazing how much they brought to life. Like what are you preferring so far? Is the remake like they made it better? Because the combat is completely different, right? The OG had like full-on turn-based combat, right? Because my uncle has played the OG and he really liked it. And I tried to get one of the newer ones, and it's like completely different, right? I gave him we all know I gave him Crisis Core, and then he messaged me and he said it's too hard. He's like, I'm stuck at the start. It's too hard. And then I was like asking people. I was like, okay, you know, this is a long shot because it's a Japanese game, but like, is there any like accessibility settings? Is there a way to make it easier? And I was like, yeah, there's no way. There's no way. But I think he got through it because he put in like 100 something hours. Unless he just left it open. I think he finished it. Got it not working next weekend? Getting tatted up by your uncle? Nice, nice. Enjoy. I hope it's not too painful. Is it a big tattoo? Don't forget to give us your unrequested review. Make it as long as possible. Can you post like a 4-hour video essay? I would watch that. The remake definitely made it better, but in my opinion, there's a charm to how bare bones the OG is. I'm reading the dialogue with the remake V8s in my head. True, yeah. I mean, back then they were making games on like their they were writing on the typewriter. It's honestly quite impressive. Like when you look at older games, it's very impressive how they made it. They a lot of times they're very creative with how they make stuff work, even if they had a lot of technological limitations. Yardy, I think you already know. I see. I'm gonna act like I know what I think it's you already know, but like you already know. Yeah. If you just read it out loud, it sounds like that. You already is short for you already. I don't think I've ever heard that. But I can understand it just from reading it out loud. Oh, we have Cupid. Our favorite. With Aron, my favorite. I remembered her name now. It only took 3 tries. It's not Ara, it's Aron. Got it. Heck yeah. It's a tribal sleeve. It's gonna hurt. Oh, that sounds painful. Good luck. I'm sure you could tough it out. Just think about how it will look at the end. You're gonna look really cool. How to understand? Yeah, you just gotta read it out. Yeah, I'm now official 50-50 stan. Aron left, right? So I guess not 50-50 stan. But I know one of their names. And that's the only one I need to know. Pre-drama, yeah. What happened again? Was it just like contract issues and stuff like that? Or was it like they weren't getting their money from all the sales of Cupid or something like that? Because I guess they weren't expecting such a the song to just go become so popular like that, Maybe that's why they just weren't prepared. Yeah, it's you're a fan of one 50-50 member, so you're a quarter fan. True. Aron, yeah, that's my girl, Aron. Where'd she go? Is she in the group that they made afterwards? Like the what do they call it? Bloom? And whatever it's called. But she's my favorite. She's my favorite. Out of all the vocals in K-pop. Actually, I wouldn't put her at like the top, but how old is she? Is she still quite young? I'm guessing they are, right? Because like they're still pretty new. I think they wanted more money and wanted to run with the producer of Cupid, or the producer wanted to sign them away. I don't know. It's too bad because they had some real grooves. I mean, yeah, obviously they were like completely prepared to just like become really popular, right? Because Cupid was everywhere. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, and they sound quite talented as well. And I don't think there's many voices like Aron in K-pop. Like I feel like a lot of times, idols have a very specific sound. They have like a really bright, clear sound. I think that's generally what they go for, right? But not many people or are allowed to sound like her. Okay. Good luck with work, Kalani. Cookie cutter, but she's velvety. It's Yeah, exactly. Her tone is very smooth and nice to listen to. It has a very jazzy sound. And I always say I love singers with jazzy sounds. I love singers with husky voices. Because I cannot do any of them. I cannot do anything near that. So I'm like I was like hearing it. like a R&B sound, that kind of thing. I mean, some people kind of have it, like New Jeans, that girl from New Jeans that Kalani shows, Honey, I think. Um, she can definitely have that sound, but she's still quite young. Um, and I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people can do it, but they just like are not told to sound like that, right? Like they're just like, oh, like you should sound like this instead. But yeah, it's a lot of times. A lot of times, I feel like they go for like they go for a very specific sound, even if it's not like suited to their voice. Like I feel like, for example, um, I've been talking about this recently, but like I kept singing along to Gio's solos and stuff like that, and she chooses to sing quite low in her solos, um, and she obviously like prefers to sing in a lower range than Twice makes her sing. And then I was also listening to, can't remember what it was. One of their songs, I think it was Strategy or something like that. And then the way they were singing, I was like, why? Like they sounded like so different. I was like, why are they singing? Like, I guess they just like wanted to go for a different vibe in the song. But I was like, very strange decision sometimes. I don't think they're allowed to make their own like vocal decisions. You know, like even if they're good at singing, and maybe like Wendy is allowed to, but like I feel like a lot of times they're just like, okay, you gotta sing like this. So sound like, and they tell like eyes one, sound like a baby, sound as squeaky as possible. And welcome in, Maestro. How are you? How are things? How's everyone's um how's everyone's gym goings? Are they going well? I don't really know. I can't remember what we've been doing at Pilates. I think it's just like, yeah, core strength, obliques. Obliques is a good one. Um and I think a lot like more like leg stuff, like legs and glutes. Um I have like bad technique on those, I guess. Either Sergey's leg raises and half crunches. It was pretty fun. I hate leg raises. Those are the worst ones. I think I have really weak hip flexors. I think that's what it is. Because I do a lot of ab workouts, but it's more like upper abs and like just the ab part and not like the hip flexors. So I think stuff like sit ups and stuff are quite difficult. Do you have quads now? No, definitely not. We don't do. I was doing like, yeah, the abductor and adductor, those kind of workouts. Cause I think like the workouts. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's adductor where you push in. That one I'm so bad at. Are you doing well? It's been raining a lot. Yeah, it's been raining a lot here. I mean, not a lot, but it just started raining a lot. And upper body workouts and cardio has been doing well. You're feeling a little tall. Whoa. Since you're losing weight, you gained height. I'll have to try that out. um, don't we all have quads? I don't. Mine don't exist. And thanks for the 10 stream streak, Maestro. You prefer leg day over arms? Not that I work out much, but yeah. I mean, I just have really weak legs, so I don't know if I prefer. But I also have weak arms, so I don't know. I don't know what I'd prefer. I do a lot of like lats and stuff like that. And welcome in, Momo. Know you. Uh, leg day is more fun. You feel like I have horrid form for arm exercises. Yeah, I feel like we mainly just do like lats and stuff. Sometimes we do like triceps and stuff like that, but it's not that often. And every time we do it, I have to like lower the weight. Like my instructor will demonstrate. She'll be like, okay, let's do it with this springs. And then I'm like, okay, let me do it as well. And then I'm like, oh, they're so heavy. There's some where like we lie on something and we like push down on something, and I swear it's like lifting me up. Like I'm like, how do you push this down? Like it's literally like lifting me off the floor. It's so much resistance, right? I don't know how it's done. One day Miju's gonna get a six pack and she'll name Miju 1, Miju 2, Miju 3. That's what I'm gonna name my six pack. Do people name each ab? Maybe. I think mainly my instructor talks about, I think she calls it like the 11. I think it's when you have like the lines on the side and the line in the middle. That's generally. I don't think I'll ever have a six pack though. I'm gonna have to eat a lot more protein for that, I guess. You're sitting in your car because it's a rain. I guess it's raining everywhere. Everywhere in the world is currently raining. That's what I've decided. Yeah, I don't know if I have a preference because I don't choose my own workouts, right? Like I just go to Pilates and then she just decides what we do that day, you know? And she's like, "Oh, it's been a while since we did this. Time to do this." And I'm like, "Oh, I haven't done it since the last time we did it, so it's don't know about that." But yeah, at home I do arm workouts. I don't really do leg workouts at home, but I probably should. Aside from the adductor ones. If you do cross country skiing, you'll get a six pack. How? Like I'll just lose so much weight that I'll burn so many calories that my six pack will just show up. Eat protein bars and Special K cereal. Does Special K cereal have a lot of protein? I didn't know that. That song has been a while. Yeah, we have some throwback cereal, but it's a good song. It's a good song. My playlist is very old. I don't add new songs for it that often. You wanna try skiing someday? Looks fun. I don't think you're gonna find skiing in Florida though. Like I'm sure you'll have to go somewhere else for that. You can come to Vancouver, Ricky. I'll take you skiing. I don't enjoy it that much, but I'll go. Like you're gonna be on like the baby hill, so I can join you for that. I'll just ski slowly next to you. um, don't do her skiing. Is date? What do you mean? The downhill skiing? He'll just be on the baby hill. It's fine. Um, surfing on an alligator. Surfing on an alligator. Is that what they do in Florida? Yeah, sounds fun. Sounds fun. You're the alligator just like rides the wave. That's fun. You'll excuse myself saying that. You're classic? What's classic? Like no skiing. But yeah, I skied since I was like I think I started skiing when I was probably like less than 10 years old, and I skied until I was like 13 or 14, and then my mom was like, "Oh, you can choose whether you want to go skiing or not." And then I was like, "Honestly, I'd rather not." um, old kid called me because I was thinking about skiing, and I was like, I have no idea what that means. But yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Um, but yeah, I don't hate skiing, but like I don't like it enough to pay for it. Like skiing, especially because we would ski in Whistler, it's really expensive. Like these days, a day pass to Whistler is like $200, and then you have to like get the ski equipment. You have to, I mean, the ski equipment itself is enough, and then you have to like spend all day going skiing. It's just, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it enough to like really make an effort to go. Like if it was really easy to go skiing, then I probably would. But then honestly, the thing is, because when I skied when I was a child, right? And then when I was a kid, my uncle would take me on like the black runs, and like we even went to like a double black or like whatever. Like I don't really care. Like we go down like a really steep hill, moguls, whatever. And when I was a kid, I just go down. I'm like I have no fear, right? Like when you're a kid, you just go. But then when I got older, I was like, ooh, it's pretty steep. Like I'm going pretty fast. Like it's a bit scary. So I don't like that either. I didn't like the ski lifts because like getting off the ski lift is a bit annoying. I kept falling down getting off the ski lift, and it's really embarrassing because they'll like stop it for you. Classic is one of the two styles of cross country skiing. You're a classic skier too. I don't think that's what gave me wind. Kickflip over an alligator on an alligator. Yeah, double alligators. Cross country skiing is safe and fun if you love heavy cardio. I definitely do not. And welcome in Milgram, not watching the Pokemon World Championships. I can't be spoiled for the Wolfie video later, okay? In case I can't know if he wins or not, because I'm gonna watch the video. In 3 months, he's gonna have a video like how I won the Pokemon World Championships, and I'll be ready. Unless he's already out, which I doubt. Day pass to Whiskers. Yes, Whiskers, Angel. The famous ski mountain Whiskers. I don't think that could be a name of a ski mountain. Um, I'll be 5 blocks away from you if you do. Not a fan of alligators. Come on, you gotta be a real Florida woman, Kimmy. You gotta embrace the Florida lifestyle. I didn't know it was a Pokemon Championship, so I'm sorry. I should know. I should know. I watch every Wolfie VGC video. I'm just not up to date, apparently. No thanks. Okay, fine, fine. I mean, I think alligators are really scary as well. Don't they feel like they just seem like they shouldn't exist, right? Like they seem like they're like dinosaurs or something, and they should not exist. Especially the really big ones, like the crocodiles are so scary. They can be like 10 feet long, right? They're like massive. If I ever, I think that might be the scariest thing in the wild, aside from like a big spider. In terms of like animals that could kill you, I think crocodiles kind of freak me out. But honestly, anything in the water is kind of freaky. Like if there was like a big shark or even a small shark and I was swimming and it was below me, I think that would be extra scary. I think ocean creatures are the scariest. Because what animal on land? I mean, obviously an alligator on land would be scary, but aside from those, like a non-aquatic creature that's not a bug. I mean, like obviously anything could kill you. If I was walking and there was like like a large moose, you know, like I think that would be a bit alarming, but I don't think a moose would kill you. Maybe if I saw like a tiger, that would be pretty scary. But it's not like I wouldn't say I have like a normal fear of tigers, you know, like in the like I'm not actively scared of them, but if I saw one, I would be I'd be like, "Ooh, I might die," you know? I'd be scared of death. Looking down and seeing a whale passing below you, that's one of my nightmares. I mean, a whale wouldn't kill you, right? But it might just accidentally eat you because it's so big, right? You wouldn't even notice. That'd be kind of scary. Honestly, I'd be more scared of a shark below me. Or like, you know those creepy fish with the big teeth and the light? Those ones? That would be kind of scary too. Even a small moose could murder. Yeah, moose are pretty big. I think that would be a bit. I think seeing a large animal, but I don't think they would try to kill you, right? Unless you like, I aggressed it, you know? Are anglerfish very small? Are they? In Finding Nemo, they're not small. Or I guess maybe they are, and Nemo's just, or Marlin is just smaller. That's possible. I guess Finding Nemo is from the perspective of a fish that's like probably like this small, right? Fair enough. Fair enough. Not out of fear, just because it's human. Yeah, I know what you mean though. I know what you mean. Like just something large, just like looming below you in the water is very scary. Have you ever played Subnautica, Ricky? Subnautica works so well because we're all scared of this, right? Like we're all scared of like a huge sea creature. And like swimming and then suddenly you can't see the bottom. Like that is obviously very terrifying. I will never understand the people who are like deep sea diving out there, or like people who are, you know, the people who are really into submarines. Like why would you want that? Don't think you're gonna see one of those. They swim in the dark ocean. Yeah, probably. I don't think I'll see them. But if I did, it would be scary. Unless it's actually very small. If it's actually that small, I guess it's not that scary. If it's like if it's like this big, I don't think I would be that scared. Any fish that's like bigger than any fish that's bigger than me are scary. Me and my girlies, we are going deep sea diving. Yeah, I love that song. I love that song. The seraphim just like diving it up with the anglerfish, you know, like they might be. I could see that being their next song. People who mix deep diving and potential claustrophobic. The cave diving people, they're crazy. They're crazy. They want to die. I think the people who climb into caves or swim into caves are like, why? Or like, you know, like they swim into such small caves that you can't turn around. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you ever? I would never understand that. And like sometimes like have you ever seen those do you ever get recommended those videos where like people go in there and then they get stuck? Like they just can't get out. And it's like you're just like stuck in there. Like that's awful. That's awful. Um Spelunking, is that what it's called? You get the beauty of diving, but I'm fine going to the aquarium. Yeah, yeah. I would be okay with that too. I don't even want to go in a submarine. Like, would you guys be scared if you were swimming and there was a submarine below you? I think it's kind of creepy. Not as scary as like a fish, I guess, but like it would. I think a lot of people have like a fear of submarines as well. And welcome in, Jimmy. Some of the underwater caves have signs saying there's nothing worth dying for in the cave. They still go in. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I guess it's like they're, on one hand, it's their own life they're risking, but two, if they get in trouble, people have to rescue them. So I think it's kind of like, I think it's kind of, it's not just your own life you're putting at risk. It's people who care about you. Like you're just being reckless for no reason. Depends. Is it a friendly submarine? You don't know. You don't know. It's an unknown submarine. It could be a Swedish submarine or it could be a Norwegian submarine. You don't know. You think you could handle a submarine though? I don't think I'd want to be in one. I don't know. Adrenaline. I think it's adrenaline, yeah. Or they just really, cause like otherwise, what would it be? Cause like there's nothing to see. Like again, like Jimmy said, there's nothing to see there. Like it's just like a dark cave. Like I understand like going into like some caves are like really big and it's like it looks really nice inside. I guess I could see that. But like if it's like a cave where it's like this big, like what are you gonna see in there? Nothing. It's just dark. Or people die trying to get your body. Yeah, exactly. Like do you really want that? The Swedish, not the Swedish submarine. They must love crystals. Maybe, or maybe they're like anti-claustrophobic. Like they love tight spaces. But like in that situation, like just go climb into like a suitcase or something. Like get like a small box and just climb in there. Or like yeah, really anything else except going into the cave. Yeah, well, I don't really understand things that are like so risky. Like I also don't understand the free soloing. Like just why can't you just climb with the rope? Like I don't really climbing is already scary enough. You can just use the rope. Like I understand the people who do free soloing, they're like they plan it out like very, very meticulously in advance, but like still I feel like that's like a unnecessary risk. But I guess, if you have no one that cares about you, if you have no one that cares about you, it wouldn't be sad if you died. I guess go for it. Or like, I mean, at least with the free solo, I guess no, they might still. What if you get stuck on the side? Then someone has to go get you. It's never a victimless adrenaline thing. Or like, what if you're climbing near someone and you watch them fall? That's traumatizing. None of this. And I don't approve of any of these high risk activities. Okay, stay away from it. If you rock climb, use a rope. If you go into a cave, make sure it's a large enough cave and it's safe. And speaking of we were talking about the biker gang earlier. Do not ride motorcycles. Motorcycles are extremely dangerous. A guy died at a local jiu-jitsu tournament last week. Oh my god. He had a heart attack. And apparently the medic didn't help for like 5 minutes. What? He didn't help a guy with a heart attack? That's crazy. That's just like negligence. That's sad. I guess, yeah. I thought you were gonna say like he got like there was like a jujitsu accident or something, but yeah, I guess pretty negligent. Yeah. That's awful. I'd want to know that the medic is ready. Jujitsu has something to do with that? I mean, if it's a heart attack, probably not. I mean, like anything can trigger a heart attack, probably. I'm not a doctor. Please don't quote me on this. Yeah, so I'm sure it's not. But like even with like normal sports, like sometimes people just die in like really freak accidents. Um, Out of nowhere. Like in hockey, a lot of people have started wearing like neck protection because I think it was actually in the UK. Um, Someone fell or like there was like a weird freak accident. Someone got sliced in the neck with the hockey skate and they died. Which is like really like obviously like that is a really uncommon thing to happen. Like usually the blades are nowhere near anyone's neck. But yeah, recently some people have started wearing like neck protection and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, now I get freaked out, you know? Like every time I see someone fall on the ice and then people are like skating near them, I'm like, don't skate near them. It's scary. But yeah, pretty much any sport that could happen. Like if you just get hit in the head the wrong way, you know? He got super tired. He was like 45. I mean, that's not that old. Apparently, the guy only trained for a couple months. He probably like. I don't think people just have heart attacks for no reason, right? Like I think, um, it probably something was wrong. But like 45 is still quite young, no? For a heart attack? I don't know much about heart attacks. So I'm assuming it's for like much older people. Yeah, that's scary. That's why. No kidding. I was gonna say that's why you shouldn't do cardio. I won't use this guy's death as an example of that. Um, but yeah, I definitely do need to do more cardio. Honestly, I pretty much never do it, but I should really get on that, or I probably will have heart problems when I'm older because I'll be like so unfit. What's the last cardio exercise you did? I went on the cross trainer 2 weeks ago. I told you guys. Cardio for like death and exactly, Angel. How can we do this? I mean, cardio once every 2 weeks is probably solid, right? Like that's more than you need. And then just walking sometimes. And Wakamin said, Momo from Twice. That's a real Pokemon. Absolutely. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I probably should do more. I probably should do more cardio. It does feel good like when you do it, but I just don't do it that much. Maybe I'll take up my dancing again. I was learning whiplash. One look given whiplash. Runner's high, yeah, except not running because all my joints hurt all the time. Although my singing instructor was telling me about the psoas muscle. You guys know about the psoas muscle? And I feel like that's the muscle that always hurts for me. So maybe she's onto something. It's like apparently it's a muscle that goes from like your middle back like all the way down not like part of your glutes, but like I think it's like it goes past your butt to like the thigh, the upper thigh. It's like a very large muscle, but I think it's like quite deep in. I don't really understand, but it's a pretty large muscle. You're trying to keep cool in this heat. Oh no, I hope it cools down for you soon. I had a pretty hot weekend last weekend, but it's cooled down a lot here, which is very nice. I do appreciate that. You know about the latissimus dorsi? Is that lats? Is that the lats? I'm a big lats enjoyer. Angel going full on like Latin with the with the muscle names. Yeah, I think I need to. I do need to work out more, so I will. I'm gonna get a good workout today. Um, I'm gonna get a good workout today, and then I will continue with it. I'll continue with it. I'll do some cardio. It doesn't help that you're the new hotness. No way. Is that a song reference, or is that are you just saying you're hot? I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to get, now that it's cooled down, I have no excuse to like not work out at home. Because before, I actually did have an excuse. Like I'm already sweaty enough. I'm like dying in this heat. I don't wanna exert myself and make it worse, you know. But yeah, it's not too bad. I've been playing a lot of Genshin too. I was playing, I was being peak degenerate behavior, playing a lot of Genshin. I even bought the battle pass, though I'm kind of wailing out here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I don't know why I raised my hand. Hello, I like to go to the bathroom. Can I have permission? Can I have a hall pass? Um, you think you're hot, and I also got the term from one of the Men in Black movies. Oh, I've never watched Men in Black. That's why. I'm sure you're burning hot. There's a fight. You're Bonnie and Clyde, as we say. Summer event more like Snoot. No, it wasn't. It was okay. I will be right back, and I will tell you about the summer event. Okay, without spoiling. But it was actually at first it was the first like 3/4 of it is a snooze fest, and then suddenly it was so sad. Like I got to a certain part, I was just smashing through it because yeah, I thought it was super boring. Like they're like, oh, test all the rides. It took like 5 hours. I was like, oh my god, like I didn't want to test all these rides. I don't care. They weren't even exciting rides. And then one part was so sad. I actually like almost cried. Like, and then it got really good at the end. But it was only like it was like 7 hours of snooze fest, and then like 2 hours of like really good quest. And I'm like, can you just cut down the 7 hour part? Like, I do not need that. You miss Genshin, but it's overwhelming at this point. You would need to restart. I mean, you probably wouldn't need to restart, but there is a lot to catch up on for sure. You'd be catching up for a while. There's a lot, but you know, there's some cool new characters for Not Cry. You might like them. Welcome back, Ratzi. Now that Ratzi's back, I'm leaving. No, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Enjoy the Malamart. Okay, I'm back, and it's gotten a little lighter outside, which is messing with my lighting. Very rude. Maybe it will sort itself out. Nope. Okay, and the lighting is just gonna be like that. Okay, that's very nice. Restarting will make it even more overwhelming. Yeah, because you'd have so many quests. You have even more. You have to like redo Mondstadt and stuff like that. Your last quest was Enkanomiya? Yeah, that's a lot of quests. Yeah, I think restarting would just make it worse. Like, why would you want to replay the original stuff? And then you lose the characters you do have. You wouldn't change your kids. What does that mean? You wouldn't change your kids. Did you go outside and clear out the clouds during the break? Yeah, I just went outside and just like got like a really big fan and just like blew all the clouds away. Your last quest was years ago. Oh, her character. Ah, okay. Her children. Honestly, I say that too. But not all characters are my children. Oh, you have Sucrose? I have Venti's my son. Wander's my son. And you might not know some of these characters. Venti's my son. Wander, aka Scaramouche. You probably met him. Who are my other children? I'm so sorry about my children. I forgot them. Guys, who else is my son? I can't remember. I mean, Sijwin is also my daughter. I thought I had like 5 kids. Can't remember. I'm sorry. I forgot some of my children. Got a new wife. You saved a lot for her. I got her. This is gonna sound weird to you, but I got her losing a 50-50. I got Ganyu losing a 50-50. The fire guy, Kinich? No, he's not a fire guy. He's not my son either. He's a grown man. He's not my son. It's not losing. Right. I was trying to get Shenhe. War babe. She's not my. I don't claim her. She's not my baby. Okay. And Wakamin monkey number 6. What is it? Sorry, I should really just like know what the numbers are, but I do not know at the top of my head. Hu Tao Ha. Okay. Let me go grab it, and I'm actually gonna close the blinds as well. Give me like 1 minute, okay? I'm gonna. The blinds are really loud when I close them, so I'm just gonna BRB. It wasn't even 1 minute, man. Don't even time me. Yeah, see? Now the lighting is more consistent if I close the blinds, which I like. I don't like when the sun comes out and then comes back in, and then like I already changed my lighting for this one thing, you know? But yeah, welcome in Monkey Kid. Hope you're doing well today. And welcome in Shikano. Thanks for the 51 months. I appreciate it. Yeah, the party's here, the Chicano party. How are you? Were you partying on Friday night if you're the party? What are you mortals up to? We were just talking about your favorite topic, Genshin Impact. I was playing a lot of Genshin yesterday. I kind of just like speaking of the snooze fest quest, I had it open on like auto while I was working, and then once in a while I would press A to like clear the prompt, and then I would just get through it. But then by the end of it, I was into it. Part of the quest was good. Venti, my son, showed up, and I was like, man, I haven't seen my son in so long. And he was doing his normal. He was doing his like. My son likes to drink a lot. Speaking of partying, he was drinking a lot as usual. And then he did his like god things. So I thought it was cool. Did you figure out painting? Not really. It was so bad. Oh my god. I was playing like so on Genshin, like the challenges they give you were like generally quite easy. And then there was like a quest. It was like, oh, like you gotta like there was like a Splatoon contest against Bennett, and I was so bad. I was so bad at it that I kept falling down. I kept falling off the edges and stuff like that. And then I realized that like they give you like 10 minutes to do it, and it took like 5 minutes. And I realized like they kind of just let you win, right? They like Bennett got to like 50%. He just waited. He just like pretty much didn't do anything else. He just waited for me to win. It was so sad. There was so many like, oh, let's challenge each other to this arcade game, and then I would be like losing so badly, and then I realized that the AI was just like waiting. Like it would just wait for like 5 minutes until I beat them. So I kind of exposed the rubber banding in Genshin there. No partying for me. You're boomer. Of course. I was not partying either. You gonna give Luca onigiri haircut? I'll have to. My mom is the one who cuts Luca's hair, so I'll send that over to her and see what she thinks. Maybe she'd be into it. And it was like, girl, you're slow. He really was. It's like you're playing against a. Okay, imagine this. You're playing Mario Party, but the enemy is like 50cc or like whatever. You're playing on like the easy CPU of Mario Party, you know? And they're like letting you win, and you like still cannot win. Luca wouldn't be able to see it, so he'd be cool with the cut. That's true. He would not be able to see it. But I don't know if he would. I don't know if he would stay still long enough for that haircut to go through. Yeah. What games are you guys? What games have you guys been playing? Um, I haven't really. I haven't really played any other games, honestly. I just been playing Genshin. I don't even have like a new game on my Steam library. I just kind of like play Genshin and I watch like shows or I watch YouTube videos, stuff like that. Do I have to say it? No, you don't have to say it, Ricky. College football, you've been playing. Interesting, interesting. You've been playing the sixth version of Fighting in the Street. Okay, okay. I guess I didn't really have to ask this question because I kind of everyone's answered. They're the same week after week. Everyone's just playing the same game. Is that what we are? Is that what we are? We're just like, we're stuck to our own games and we're just playing the same thing over and over. We gotta freshen things up. We gotta be like playing the new games, whatever. Um, you've been watching Kimmy continuing the rise of the Tomb Raider. Oh, okay, okay. I've actually never played Tomb Raider. Um, I really like Uncharted. I love the Uncharted games, but I have not played Tomb Raider. I heard they're fairly similar. But I heard the story is not that good, right? Like I thought Uncharted 4 I mean the story itself is fine, but I think the characters are quite well done in Uncharted. And the acting is very good. And the game just looks really nice. Playing Uncharted is like playing an action movie. Like it's like it's ridiculous and like stuff is like breaking around you. You're like falling off of buildings, like you're jumping out of airplane. It's like you're playing one of those blockbuster action movies that I don't watch. It has a lot of replay value. Yeah, yeah, because you're grinding the rank ladder. Honestly, I gave up on last week when you guys saw me, I was grinding TFT on ranked, but I gave up. I thought it was kind of annoying. I don't think I'm a multiplayer gamer at heart, like as much I do enjoy the game, but like I don't have it in me to grind. And I don't have it in me to play against other people because I'm like, wow, the other people are so good. Uncharted is PlayStation exclusive. Yes, yes, it is PlayStation exclusive. But I think these days the older games are on. I think these days the older games are on PC. I could be wrong though, because a lot of times exclusive games go to PC after a while. We saw the movie. The movie was pretty mediocre. The movie was pretty boring, honestly. Like it was like the movie wasn't like horrible. It wasn't like unwatchable, but like it was pretty. I had nothing to say about it. It was very bland. You pretty much just played Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a cowboy game. Yeah, I know Red Dead Redemption. Um, but yeah, I haven't played that myself. I heard it was I know Angel likes it. But I don't know if I'll get into it. I'm not sure. League has a rank ladder and a lot of replay value. Yeah, I'm staying away from that. For a while, I remember I was saying I was gonna do my placements because I did hit level 30 on League after like 2 years, so I can play rank technically, but I don't think I will because I haven't touched League in like a year. That's the thing too. When you play a multiplayer game like Street Fighter is 1v1, so your rank is completely in your own hands. I mean, so is TFT. Like TF2, it's like there's 8 people in a lobby, but you play for yourself. Tom Holland was in it, so she was fine. Tom Holland was Tom Holland, yeah. But the movie itself was like, eh. I don't think Uncharted is like the fun thing about Uncharted is that it's like a pretty basic action like plot, but like it's like you're playing it, which is fun. Like playing it is a fun part. If you take out the playing part, it's like a pretty cookie cutter action piece, right? Like except I do think Uncharted the game does the characters really well, and I think the movie really fumbled on the characters. Um, there was like too many like quips and stuff like that, because Because like I think in the game they do quip like as if it's a Marvel movie, but the characters do talk like real people, which I think is pretty well done. Whereas like FPS or RTS, you're on a team. I don't know what RTS is, man. Like Civ? I don't think Civ, you're on a team. I gotta set up for party time. Oh, you're actually the party. Okay, okay, enjoy. You might like Red Dead Redemption. There's a lot of different hats you can wear. You got me, Jimmy. I'm in. I think I managed to watch 25 minutes of Uncharted before you tapped the movie. Yeah, the movie was not good. I watched it on a plane and I was like half asleep. Like I was like, this is. And I love Uncharted the game, so I was so disappointed. I was like, this is such a boring movie. You just even like GTA. Why would you like a Western version? I don't know. I thought maybe the story was better done, but people said the story in GTA is good, and then I really doubt their experience on that. Because I think the people who play GTA and are like, oh, the story is good, are like people like who've only played Call of Duty, you know, and they're like, wow, this game has a story. It's so good, you know. I'm like, but I feel like in terms of video game stories, like surely GTA is not like the peak of it, you know, like even in like the top bracket in terms of very narrative driven games. But GTA has its own appeal, right? It's not just a story. And maybe the story appeals to a certain demographic, but that demographic is not me. Me just even. Oh, sorry, I just read that. It's on PC. Yeah, it should be these days. I like Uncharted 4. Going back to the older ones, they're kind of hard to play personally. A lot of people really like Uncharted 2 because there's some cool scenes, but since they are older, they're kind of the quality of life wise is kind of hard. COD Modern Warfare has a goodish story. Does it actually? A good-ish? I mean, they do have campaigns, right? So it might have like a serviceable story. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. BRB gonna heat your lunch? Enjoy your lunch? FPS with a good story is crazy work. I mean, there's tons of FPS with good stories, no? Like, I'm blanking. Aren't a lot of the, like, isn't Dead Space? Oh no, BioShock. Yeah, BioShock. Exactly. I was like, there must be FPS with good stories. Halo. You think Halo has a good story, man? Does it? Maybe. I don't know. I've never played the story. I'm like, yeah, there's so many. I can list so many. Like, yeah. You know the ones. You know, I don't even have to say them. You know the ones. BioShock is a LARP for FPS. It's still a FPS though, and it still has a very highly regarded story. I watched a stat play that one. And it is nice. And I think BioShock is highly regarded for having a good companion, you know? Like I think it's hard to have a good video game companion because a lot of times they're just annoying, right? And they kind of slow you down, or you have to like save them all the time. It's annoying. But BioShock does a good job. It's a crazy thing to say. Is it LARPer? I mean, I guess it's not fantasy. It's like steampunk, right? I'm not a huge steampunk fan, aesthetic fan either. Is it going like this? Oh, okay, I see. I think what Chicano means is that if the game is not made in Japan, if it's not a weeb game, it's a LARPer game. Like there's no other games in his mind. It's like one or the other. It's like one, is it made in Japan? And is it not from Soft? Then it's a LARPer. Oh yeah, true. Fallout is an FPS as well, and Fallout has a story. I don't know if it has a good story, but it has a story. It's very narrative driven, right? Does Fallout have a good story? I don't know. And then people kept telling me that Borderlands has a good story, and I was like, I don't think it has like, in terms of like the narrative, I did play it, and I don't think it has like a good story, but I think it has a lot of personality, you know. I don't think it's necessarily the like, quality of the plot itself, or like the characters or whatever. Seeing in Japan, I saw a video yesterday where this dude spent 2 years in Japan traveling and comparing landscapes and history. Wait, he spent 2 years comparing landscapes to Breath of the Wild? What? Why do you pick Breath of the Wild? Breath of the Wild is not particularly Japanese. It's like it's very fantasy, right? Like Hyrule is not based off Japan. It's actually really cool. Okay, you can send the video. You can revive our dead Zelda channel. No one talks about Zelda these days. I guess what is there to talk about? There's like Tears of the Kingdom was like what 2 years ago now. Like I guess there's not much to talk about. Actually, a lot of the Sheikah tech is based. I mean, yeah, the Sheikah part is definitely Japanese. Like if you go to like Kakariko Village, obviously it's Japanese, but like the majority of Breath of the Wild is just like normal. Like even the landscapes aren't very Japanese. I read somewhere that a lot of the shrines from Tears of the Kingdom were based on IRL Japanese locations. Like the names or the no, the names are based off the developers, right? But what do you mean the locations? Like the stuff around it? Fallout has a great story, but if you kill the NPCs, you would never know. I would never kill all the NPCs, man. I'm a nice boy. Which is a lot of mystery in itself, so it's already so cool. Did you learn that from with your favorite guy, Graham? Didn't they base the Sheikah shrine locations off a superimposed map of Kyoto's train stations? Okay, okay. Welcome in, social. That's what you mean. Like in relation to each other, they put the shrines. So if you ever can't find the shrines, pull up a map of the Kyoto train stations. How many train stations? Are there 120 Kyoto train stations? That seems like a lot. Is 120 a lot for a train station? Probably, right? I think that's too many. Or maybe like the JR, the subway, the Shinkansen, you know, like maybe all of those things together make 100. 120 seems like a lot. I don't know. Maybe it was like roughly. It was roughly the shrine locations. Honestly, I don't know how much of Breath of the Wild I remember now. Like if I went back to Breath of the Wild, I don't know if I don't know if I've retained a lot of the memories. Like cuz before I would always know where every shrine was, but now I might not. Do you think I'll get lost if I went into Breath of the Wild again? That sounds crazy to me, you know? I would never get lost before. Like Breath of the Wild is a big map, but like once you get used to it, it's not that big, you know? If anyone tries to tell me Breath of the Wild is LARPy, I'll give them a. It's definitely LARPy, Chikano. They're all out here with the sword and the shield and the bow and arrow. That's pretty fantasy. He's riding a horse, you know? That's as fantasy as you get. There's dragons. That's pretty fantasy. Me and Ricky are gonna go to Japan and collect 900 Korok seeds. Oh god. I was off. It's based off Kyoto Shrine location, the other attraction. Oh, okay, okay. Level 3 chat, right? Oh, the weaves are here. Japanese lords rode horses. Yeah, everyone rode horses back in the day, Chicano. They didn't have cars. You can't just base it off that, you know? Like obviously Zelda is very fantasy and you can't get out of that. They have elf ears. Try getting out of that one. Are you gonna say Japanese samurais had elf ears? No. Riding in on your Honda steed. Every Elden Ring YouTuber makes a joke that's like, when Melina gives you a horse, she calls it an Accord. And everyone's like, Honda Accord. Literally. Or maybe it's just one YouTuber I kept watching who made that joke over and over. They're like, oh, I got the keys to my Honda Accord. Every time. Every time. Honda State. Uchikano would love that. A fantasy game, but you ride it on a Honda. That'd be great. Yeah, I guess a lot of games are fantasy games though. I've been watching a lot of I think it's a 2-year anniversary of Baldur's Gate, so there's been a lot of video essays and stuff like that. I've been watching them. I've been watching them. Yeah, I took a look back on Baldur's Gate and like a review of how it is now and stuff like that. There's a famous line in the Bible where it says Jesus rose on his own accord. So legend has it Jesus on a Honda Accord. No way. Wait, so I guess Accord is just like an old-fashioned word for that kind of thing, no? Or unless you're saying like he rode on his own accord, like his own terms. That could be as well. But yeah, Melina says Accord as well. So there is a Honda Accord in Elden Ring as well. So we can that's the the tarnished and Jesus have something in common. Honda makes yeah, Honda definitely makes more sense back then. Uh, I mean, if Jesus rode a Honda, who are we to do something else? There's also a famous Bible verse where it says, "Thou shalt not weep." I've heard that one. I've heard that one. Yeah, it's one of the commandments. So what the command? It's a thing, right? Is that another thing? I don't know. I'm not very educated in the Bible. I didn't pay attention during Bible study. Okay. According to Japanese sedan, that's exactly what Jesus had. He's a reasonable guy, you know. Like he doesn't want a luxury car. He just wants an economical sedan, you know. He doesn't need a lot. He's frugal. Actually, I don't know if a Honda Accord is cheap or not. I'm assuming it is. It's not a Honda Civic, but you know, I'm sure it's similar. I guess there is like a lot of fantasy games, you know? There's a lot of them. Every game, I guess a lot of games have, and there's a lot of like when I'm thinking about like fantasy movies and books and stuff I've read, like I think that there's a lot of kids content that's with fantasy as well. You know, kids are into that. Kids are LARPing it out these days. Um, you ever seen that old clip of Jeff Bezos in the early Amazon days? He was already worth a few billion, but he still drove his Accord. Yeah, not everyone likes fancy cars, man. If I would not, even if I had a million, okay, I guess $1 million is probably not enough for like a really expensive car, but like, or like not, you know, like I wouldn't spend like half my net worth on a car. Even if I was a billionaire, I don't think I would buy like a really fancy car. Like I would be like, oh, now that I'm a billionaire, I'm gonna buy like a Ferrari. Like I don't think I would bother. I think I would just buy like a comfy. I think I would be one of those old guys that are like, you know the fancy cars that like have like a driver. Like no, sorry, you know not the car doesn't come with a driver, but like you know those like black cars. You know, well, I have no idea what I'm trying to say. You know the black cars that are associated with the drivers, like a old rich guy car. You know what I mean, right? And the seats have like they're like there's like two sets of seats and they're like facing each other. Like you know which car I mean, right? Like you see in the movies. I'll get that car. I'll get a car that's really chill and comfy to sit in the back, and then someone else can drive it for me. That's what I would do. A million cat is like 400K USD. No. You still drive your Corolla? Nice, nice. I mean, I'm gonna be driving my car for like the next 10, 15 years, hopefully. I mean, it is a Hyundai. It's not a Japanese car, so I'm not sure how long it will last, but I'm gonna drive it till it dies. Now he orders yachts so big they have to take down historical bridges to get the yacht out. Oh no. I heard that there's some yachts that are so big, but they store other yachts in them. Like that's crazy. And they're like millions of dollars. And like there's like this yacht is like $100 million, and then they put other yachts in it. I'm like, why? Why do you need that? And you're like, oh, I need a yacht to store my yacht in. I don't get the appeal of the yachts. Is it really that nice? Why do all the rich people like water? Why do they like going on the water? Isn't it cold? You might have to scoop up a Honda. Maybe yeah, maybe my next car can be a Honda. They just don't I think they started making the Toyota Yaris and the Honda Fit again, right? Cuz they stopped making those. Maybe when I'm older I'll be like I'll get a minivan. No, I'll get a minivan. I'll get a SUV. I don't like SUVs though. I don't like parking them. A yacht with the helicopter pad or a yacht with the submarine dock. You need everything on your yacht, of course, you know? You don't think the Fit is around anymore, but the Yaris might be. Yeah, I think someone was saying that the Yaris came back. And Wakamin clearance. I don't think all yachts are for those. I think I don't know what they do on the yachts, but it's probably not. Hopefully not all that. But yeah, I don't really get the appeal. Like I guess they already have a plane. I guess that's what it is. Because I feel like I would go for a plane. Actually, would I though? I don't think I would. Like, do I? I feel like a private plane is so frivolous. You know, like you could just fly first class. Like I'd be totally fine just flying first class in a normal plane. You know, I don't wanna contribute to the to global warming like that. Does a Swedish submarine I saw under me in the water come from a yacht? Yes, but it's a Danish yacht. Um, but yeah, it's yeah, I don't. I guess. Yeah. If you were like ridiculously rich, what would you spend your money on? Like, I feel like I don't have enough things that I would spend my money on. You know, I would get a closet, and I would have like I would have a Lululemon closet. But like, I kind of already have that, so like, I don't really know what else I would need. You know, food. How much food? That's a lot. That'd be crazy to kick it on the sub. Maybe that'll be the new rich people thing, you know? Like instead of yachts, we're just gonna be hanging out on submarines instead. But that doesn't sound as scenic though. I mean, I guess a yacht makes sense because like a helicopter would be too loud. A plane is like, where are you gonna go, you know? And like I guess a limo is not as relaxing. So I guess you gotta just be on the yacht. But like, can't you just have a nice house and just like stay stationary? Why do you have to move around? Like, why do you have to like travel through the water? You know, like what are you doing out on the water? You could just you could just have like a nice home. How much does a nuclear powered sub cost? I don't know. Maybe how much does a normal submarine cost? Let's start there. Like $1 million? I don't know. And welcome in, Harris. How are you? You think it's billions for a submarine? I think it's like 100 millions. You think it's billion? It might be. Probably depends how big the submarine is. Nuclear powered ones? Have you tried buying one? Is that why? You tried to buy one on Amazon, it was $1 billion. It's too much. We can't be buying that. Yeah, I don't think I like anything that's like super expensive that I would want to buy. Like I don't really want like designer clothes or like I don't really need anything like that, you know? You know, if I if I was really that rich, I would go to Pilates 3 times a week. That's crazy, right? That's some pretty crazy behavior. That's a lot of money. um saw a video before in the world's naval fleets and it showed the pricing. I mean, those are probably pretty big submarines, so you probably wouldn't need that much for your parties. I think the good way you can spend your money once you have all the basic stuff is good meals and restaurants. True, true. Hire a personal chef. Buy a M&M factory. If I had unlimited money, start a charity to teach jujitsu to underprivileged kids. Oh, that's sweet. And you paint your gorilla because the paint is coming. You wouldn't just get a new one. You just paint the old one. Very reasonable. Very reasonable. You start a football club like Beckham or Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. That sounds very expensive. You'd probably go through most of your money. You could buy very expensive players. I remember the article of people swimming around found a submarine or something like that. Wow. Like the frugality, just paint the gorilla. You still have a lot left, but just keep it there. Yeah, just let it compound interest until the end of time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't need a new car. My car is pretty new. Reynolds losing money. I guess the sports teams just lose money. I know esports teams are always losing money. I don't even think I would even want to buy like a team or anything like that. Don't know. What would I buy? I don't think I have anything like that. Yeah, I'd probably want to use it for like to do good in the world. But I don't know where I'd start personally. I don't have like one that I'm like, oh, I want to do that specifically, you know? I'd be open to I'd be open to different options. Maybe helping dogs, helping animals would be a good one. Um, Honestly, there's a lot of options. You could probably do a lot. You could probably do a lot. But yeah, I don't think I need a fancy car. My car is just chilling, honestly. Um, Although one thing that's annoying is that sometimes my phone doesn't connect. You know, time to get a new car. Sometimes my phone doesn't connect on the Bluetooth, and I have to restart my phone and it connects. I think it's the phone. I think it's the Apple CarPlay that's messing up. Yeah, I know it's crazy, right? Now these days, so it used to happen very frequently, but now like I would say 20% of the time it does not connect. And it's really annoying. I can't drive in silence. What am I supposed to do? Drive with no sound, just listening to the sounds of the road? That's crazy. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, maybe I think it's like the software in the car. I think it's messed up. I don't know what's wrong with it. Catch myself driving to silence sometimes. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I can't. I gotta be as distracted as possible. Clearly. Um, Opening M&M World Store sounds like a good idea. Create Ricky M&Ms. Ooh, okay, okay. Yeah, you can get some Ricky M. I would buy Ricky M&Ms. I mean, surely you give them to me for free though if you're that rich. And I kind of listen to podcasts more than music in your car these days. Are you listening to like weeb podcasts? I used to listen to podcasts a lot when I went on the bus. But nowadays I don't commute or go on the bus, so I don't listen to podcasts anymore. You over the hill, no. Back in the day, we used the radio. Yeah, yeah. I remember the days where you couldn't choose. You couldn't choose the music you're listening to. You just had to listen to whatever's on the radio. I think back then, like before cars had like Bluetooth or aux cords and stuff like that, there was like a we had like some sort of machine that would like you connect your phone to it and it transmits whatever your phone's playing onto a radio station, like a radio frequency, and then you can tune your car to that radio frequency and it plays your phone's music. Like was this like a normal? Yeah, do you guys remember that? Yeah, like yeah. Before cars had aux cables and stuff like that. That's crazy. Yeah, they didn't work. They did not work. You can give me a discount? Oh, okay, okay. So generous. Thank you, Ricky. Um, what were your favorite type of podcasts to listen to? I don't remember. I was in school, so maybe I was listening to like the news. I don't even know. Um, you don't know about that, Grandma? Honestly, it's maybe if it was before some of your guys' times. I know a lot of you remember those. They were hella fruit. I know, but like, what else can you do? There are ones where you plug in a cassette tape into your MP3 player and it plays to the car on the cassette player. What? That's crazy. I was a little too young for cassettes. I definitely had one when I was like a really young. But I was more in the CD era. I never had like a Walkman. I had like the disc one. I had one that had the disc in it. It was pink. I listened to Hillary Duff CDs in it. I used to listen to podcasts to help me fall asleep. Nice. I these days I've kind of replaced podcasts with like YouTube video essays. It's kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. Without like a theme of the podcast, you know? Old 90s cars with cassette player. Yeah, our old Honda minivan. Or I think maybe it was Mazda. It was Mazda or Honda. We had a minivan. It had a cassette player. My car currently has like I think my car still has a CD player, but I've never used it. I don't know where it is. You had Ace of Base on tape and CD. I have no idea what that is. Of Base? Is that like baseball related? CDs were the days, especially mixtapes. I never had a mixtape, I'm sorry. I only had a handful of CDs before I got like my iPod. Um, I had Hillary Duff CDs and I had Avril Lavigne CDs. And that was it. That was it. And I got my iPod when I was like 10. like maybe 8 or 10. I had an iPod Nano. So after that, there was no more CDs. And my friend's dad would download stuff on, what was it called? LimeWire, LiveWire. He would download all the music illegally for me. um, you still have your iPod? I did have mine like fairly recently, but I don't know where it is now. And welcome in Nine. I forgot sometimes that Hilary Duff actually did music. I did not forget. I was a die-hard Hilary Duff fan back in the day, okay? My first concert was a Hilary Duff concert when I was like 10. I had so much Hilary Duff merchandise. I had Lizzie McGuire, everything, okay? I did not forget. I listened to her songs constantly. You guys, you gotta remember, come clean. Or What Dreams Are Made Of. There were so many classic Hilary Duff songs. Back in the day, you could burn PS1 games onto CDRs. What's a CDR? And if your PS1 was modded, you could play it. I didn't have a PS1. The scroll wheel go. Do you remember that game where it's like the brick breaker, but it's like in a circle, so you can use like the scroll wheel to do this? That game was fun. Back in the day when there was like 3 default games on your device, and you couldn't get more games. She looks good still, Hilary Duff. Probably. She recently had a show like How I Met Your Father or something, right? I heard it wasn't good, but yeah, obviously she still looks great. I think she was married to a hockey player at some point, and then apparently they divorced. Her son's name is Luca, which is my dog's name. LimeWire's too sus. Your computer got infected because you downloaded some SpongeBob episodes and anime. It was the anime, Maestro. You know it. You know this. It was anime. A rewritable disc is a CD-R. Oh, okay, so it's just a CD, but you can put stuff on it. Remember Frogger's game on PC? I don't remember that. I didn't really play PC games. Like I think I had like one Arthur game. I had like an Arthur game. I can't remember exactly what it was. You like go through the town or something like that, and then at the end you could have like you get like an ice cream, but it's like Arthur because he eats like bugs, right? It's like snail ice cream or something. I remember this, but I don't remember after that. After that, I was just playing like flash games. I wasn't playing games like that back then. PS1 was this old system that came out before PS2. No way, the PS1 came before PS2. That's how you know I'm an OG level 3. Me and my friends had modded PS1 so we could play imported games. Damn. I had a Japanese PS2, but I never played it. Someone gave it to us. Is it the storytelling book for Arthur? I don't know. It was some computer game that was Arthur. I was so young. I barely remember it. You had a really big collection of movies on CDs. 99% of them were not original. I didn't have that many DVD movies or DVD movies. But my mom would get like a bunch. I think you can like watch something on TV and like record it onto the disc, right? And like she had a lot of J dramas on CDs, which were definitely not legit. They were just like written on it. And you played pinball and card games on VC. Nice. I think the only original CD I had was Wally. That's a good one. How old were you when you got your first phone? I think I was 12. I got one of those slidey phones. You know this one with the keyboard slides out? I had one of those when I was 12. But before that I had an iPod Touch. We used to play marbles when I was a boy, not marbles on stream. What is even real marble? You just roll them down? Is it the same as marbles on stream? But yeah, I didn't. The only games we had growing up was like my brother had a DS Lite, and we had a Wii. But I always complained that we didn't have any games on the Wii. We just had Just Dance and we had Wii Sports, and Wii Sports comes with the console. You still have a few DVDs. Nice. Which ones do you have? I don't have it. I just have physical games. Your friend only got hers in uni. Oh no, that's so late. Unless she's old and the cell phones didn't come out before then. It's just like marbles on. Okay. So you roll the marbles down the track and you race the marbles. I see. I've never played that personally. I don't think I played games like that. I don't know. I think I just mainly played outside. When I was a kid, I played outside a lot, and we would play various games outside. Wii Sports were so fun. Yeah, Wii Sports was a good game. And it's so sad these days. Like we don't even get a free game with the console. Like I really thought that 1-2 Switch would be free with the Switch. And now they're charging $10 for the the stupid welcome tour. Come on. How far have we fallen? Even PlayStation comes with Astro's Playroom. Come on. I don't know if Xbox comes with anything, but they should. Miju was LARPing in the woods as a kid. I was. I think I was 12 as well when I got your first tactile phone. Before that, you had a Nokia that got flushed. Did your grandma flush it down the toilet, Ricky? Did you with your fish? Your first phone was a Motorola. Ooh. And Mario Kart World comes with Nintendo Switch. No, that's the bundle, Chikano. You gotta pay extra for it. You gotta pay $50 for it. But that's pretty good deal because it's normally $100. It's ridiculous. Your grandma didn't flush it. Okay, that's good. She's like, Ricky, you're in trouble. We ran out of fish to flush. Or no, that was your mom, right? um, sure you do, but it's still bundled. We're still paying for it. It's not free. You can bundle any game. You could be like, oh, Switch comes with. I don't know. I'm sure you could buy like. Actually, these days, I mean, I think PlayStation usually has a game bundled in. I always sold it back. But these days the Switch, like when I bought my Animal Crossing Switch, I was like, does Animal Crossing come with it? And they're like, no, you got to pay separately for Animal Crossing. I'm like, why doesn't the Animal Crossing Switch come with Animal Crossing? Or like the like the Pokemon Switch come with Pokemon. It's so ridiculous. Did anyone have a BlackBerry? My friend had a BlackBerry. But yeah, I didn't have one personally. I saw an ad from 1998 and some Nintendo Switch games were $75. I don't think that excuses it now. I think games back then were much more expensive to make. Much more difficult to make and produce. These days, it's like they're charging what? You buy Mario Kart World on digital. There's no actual price for like distributing the game or like anything like that, and it's $120. I don't think that holds up. Any interest in playing the new Donkey Kong game? No, I've never played Donkey Kong. Your Switch student trade for your Switch OLED, but the guy already claimed Mario Kart World. Oh no, that's okay. You paid $125 for your OLED though, so you stay winning. Nice. You used to go to GameStop, now GameStop doesn't feel as special as before. A lot of GameStops are closing these days because like I think they're not as popular because people just buy games online. $75 back in 1998 is like $150 today with inflation. I mean, yeah, games are cheaper now than they were back then. But now they're going up in price a lot, right? Like I don't think it's like a 1-to-1 comparison. Like games should be like I don't think it's like, oh, because games were $150 with taking into account inflation back then, they should be $150 now. Like that's obviously not a reasonable price for a game. And I don't think that's actually what they're worth, right? Like they don't actually have to charge that much to make a profit. Because like games back then were like really difficult to make and difficult to produce. But these days it's a lot simpler. Obviously games are bigger now. Like they're more they have more content and they have a lot more man hours put into it. Like a lot more like development time and stuff like that. But it's still I don't think it's be like, oh, we should make them $150 or even $100. Depends on the game. Just like Blockbuster, yeah. I don't think we must have had a Blockbuster here, but I never went. If it's not Zelda Street Fighter percent, I ain't paying $80. Even Tears of the Kingdom, I think I paid 100. I was like, oh, that's a bit steep. It's a bit $100 is a bit steep. And even before the price increase, they were $90 Canadian. And I've always said like I'm very particular about which Nintendo games I buy because it's like people are like, oh, like for example, people are like, oh, like are you gonna play Donkey Kong? Are you gonna play this game? I'm like, no, I have to really want a game to like. The games are so expensive that I'm not gonna just buy one to try it out. You know, like I'm just gonna be like, oh, let me give Donkey Kong a try. You know, because it's like it is $90. Like I'm not gonna pay $90 for something I might not like. I'd rather just buy like a $10 indie game that I'm gonna love. GameStop sucks, dude. They're so like smothering. Like, let me browse, dude. The streamer said she was in there, and the guy called her sweetheart. Ew. I think that's not a GameStop thing, though. I think it's just like he's just being a creep, you know. But I've never had that actually. Whenever I go to GameStop, it's kind of chill. I don't think anyone usually bothers me. Maybe they're just maybe in America they get like commissions or something. Cause at my game, when I go to GameStop, it's like they're just like, oh, do you need help? And I'm like, oh no, I'm just looking, and it's like it's fine. You still love renting movies? I think I did when I was like really young, but I barely remember it. The Persona Gacha game. You gotta get in the gacha games, Chikado. Gambling is time. Did you ever have a Chuck E. Cheese? I think I went once when I was so young, but I can barely remember it. I don't think they were that big here. And welcome in, Elisa. How are you? You'll be proud of me. I've learned all the Italian in my... I'm learning a song right now in Italian in my singing lesson, and I can sing a whole song in Italian. My pronunciation is probably terrible, but you can laugh at it. Chuck E. Cheese is hella FNAF. I mean, we didn't know back then. We didn't know back then. I don't think I was ever scared of them though. I didn't get to. It's a nice cozy rain. It's actually kind of bright out now, but it was rainy. You just see Ratsy's. Oh no! Do not tell her about Ratsy's pizza, Ricky. She's gonna lose her mind. She won't be able to sleep tonight after hearing about this pizza. Yeah, she will literally have a heart attack. What's the song? It's Voi che sapete. That's my best Italian attempt, okay? But when you're singing, you don't have to pronounce as hard, okay? So it's fine. I'm worried. You should be worried. You should be worried. It's from Figaro. Figaro. You should have it right away. Ricky, check out this pizza. Oh no, you don't want to know, Lisa. You said it great. Thank you. My teacher keeps saying, make the T soft, because I'm like, sapete. And she's like, no, it's sapete. And I'm like, I'm trying my best, okay? I've learned that in Italian, every time there's an S, it's pronounced like Z, like a Z. And every time there's a Z, it's pronounced like an S. Why are they swapped? Just swap them back. It's like, why is it like that? And welcome in, Hugo. Thanks for the follow. You thought about you the other day because it's so hot here, and I remember teaching you how to say it in Italian, Carlo. Of course I remember that. that Italian is ingrained in my brain, okay? I only learned like 3 Italian words when I was in Italy, and that's the one I said it very frequently because it was really hot. And then, what did they say as well? Every time we were on the plane, not the plane, every time we were on the train, they would go like, bon viaggio, or something, right? Or they like bon voyage, right? But it was like bon viaggio? Okay, no, I clearly don't remember it now. It was something like that. It's the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Yeah. I mean, even in Elisa's name, it's like technically like a Z sound, right? Because it's like the S sound is more like a Z sound. That's what I've learned. So every time when I'm reading the sheet music, I'm like, okay, the S is a Z, and the Z is a S. Every time, and there's so many like on one note there will be like two sounds. Like for example, like there's like a word it's like CO, but it's like on one word. It's like one syllable, but it's like two syllables. And there's like so many of those. But I'm learning. I'm learning. My Italian's gonna be insane. Uh, but I'll leave Elisa to judge that. Um, but yeah, my first song was in French, and you guys know my French is insane, so there was no issues there. But the Italian is definitely harder. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It repeats a lot. um, yeah, but so what was I gonna say? Cannot remember. Cannot remember. But I think I've been learning classical music, so like Italian goes hand in hand with that. Like so many classical songs are Italian. But I feel like I gotta just stick with the language. Like I feel like we keep switching around. Like my first song was in French, and then like I feel like what if my next song is like German? Like I'm not gonna be able to do that. Uh, Portuguese has weird S, Z, and C sounds, but also depending on if they're situated within vocals, vowels, and next to consonants. Yeah, yeah. Uh, you'll be fluent by next time we meet again. I'll serenade you in Italian. I'll have to find a romantic song. I don't know if the song I'm learning right now is romantic. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I'm just saying words. It might be. It might be. Or it could be a really sad song. Don't know what it's about. I haven't seen the opera. Even if I saw it, I wouldn't know what's happening. Father, you just ask all of them and they will understand. I'm sure they'll understand. Don't worry about it. Of course, Elisa. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. I'll practice really hard. Um, do you have a favorite Italian opera song that's not really hard to sing? I don't know that many. Your favorite romance is the chemical kind. I'll learn that too. What was it? Something about the Black Parade. I wouldn't doubt that it's a really depressing song. You think? Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I'll Google it. I'll Google it. What is it about? Because I honestly have no idea what I'm saying. I'll say translation. Translation. I don't know too many. They're nice, but this is very hard to sing. I know. I know. Yeah. I guess it's kind of hard at the top of you. Oh wait, no, wait. I think it is a love song. I think just because Elisa is Italian doesn't mean she likes opera. I know, but maybe she knows some because it might be really famous, right? Elisa exclusively listens to ABBA. That is true. That is true. Started a few in school, but I couldn't know which one to recommend. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, it is who you are who know. Sorry, this is not English. You are who know what real love is like. Is that a sentence? You're Japanese and you don't even like ice cream. Shush. Ladies, see whether love is in my heart. What I've been feeling, I will express. It's so new to me. I have no rest. I feel affections full of desire. It's so Google translated. Which now elate me, now agonize me. Chill. What the hell? This is so dramatic. Chill in my poor soul. Next, it's ablaze. Then, in one single moment, back to ice it gets. What? Wait, this is so. Okay, then it gets kind of weird. I don't know. Is this song sexual? What is this? And then it just repeats. Ladies, see whether love is in my heart. Uh, sure. What? Is that actually what it means? Ladies, see whether love is in my heart. then I look for better things inside of me, whose soul I don't know they are within. I I can't read that. Let me look up the lyrics. I can't read some of these. Uh, Let me look up the lyrics. Oh, I can read them to you in Italian. Oh no. Is this what I've been saying this whole time? Come on. Um, I do like some Japanese songs. Who sings Last Friday? That's Katy Perry. You good? Why are you bringing this up? You're just randomly like, I need to listen to Katy Perry. It's on Just Dance. It's kind of randomly going on a. Actually, old. Is it really Katy? It is Katy Perry. There's like a big news right now that like, um, the old Prime Minister Justin Trudeau went on like a date with Katy Perry. And it was like all over the news. It was like, oh, they took pictures of them and they're on a date. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Can our ex prime minister not date Katy Perry? Like, why? That's so weird. Um, he must like women astronaut. He must. He must. That must be his thing. Um, yeah. So that's like a big national news after that. Um, it's kind of weird, But I guess politicians can date as well. I just imagine like politicians as like old and married. But I guess he like recently got divorced or something like that. That's what it was. Um, he heard last Friday night and fell in love, just like you, Chikalo. It's a nice meaning. Google translates it weird because the lyrics are like old. Oh, okay. So it's not inappropriate. That's good to know. That's good to know. um, I see. So I'm learning old Italian currently. That's fine. Both Trudeau and Perry are at their real low points when it comes to popularity. Yeah, Katy Perry is not in very popular with the public currently. She's having like a crisis. I don't really know. Like she's releasing really weird songs and stuff like that, and people are not into it. And she was wasn't she working with that guy that she was working with the guy that abused Kesha, right? Like Kesha came out with these allegations that I think it was this guy, right? And she was like, "Oh yeah, this guy is really abusive. He's like a really awful guy." And then like all of Katy Perry's songs on her recent album were like working with that guy. It's like, girl, like maybe you know, don't do that. You obviously are gonna know that's not gonna be popular. But yeah, I guess she doesn't care. And not only that, she was trying to make a feminist album. But it's like I feel like you're really undercutting your message. But it's fine. It's fine. That was like old news. That was like a year ago. I don't know what she's up to these days. I guess she's going to space. I don't know. The entertainment industry is all messed up. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that is definitely true. That's definitely true. That's why I gotta stick to my old Italian songs. Surely those guys are not problematic. No, they probably were by their standards, but we don't. They're probably long dead now. I mean, actually, I'm pretty sure the song is by Mozart. Yeah, it's literally Mozart. Come on, Mozart. I'm sure Mozart was. I don't know what he's doing, but um. I'm sure he's fine. Maybe this song has a feminist message. Who knows? And a feminist space voyage for millionaire tourists. True. I will never forget. Have you guys ever seen that Katy Perry did an interview with Neil deGrasse Tyson? Have you seen that one? That one, like, it lives in my brain rent free. And she said, is math related to science? She asked Neil deGrasse Tyson that. And I was like, Katy Perry, go back to school. Surely she finished high school, right? Um, How did Jeff Bezos go from driving a frugal Accord to sending pop stars to space? The money went to his head, apparently. Don Giovanni gets his comeuppance for problematic behavior. Yeah, someone cancel that guy. Come on. We gotta cancel Mozart. He was probably, I don't know. I'm sure back then everyone was kind of problematic by like today's standards. Surely they were all pretty problematic, right? But what can you do? What can you do? It was like it was like 200 years ago, maybe more. I don't know when he was alive. Yeah, it's gonna. I'll keep practicing my Italian and learning new nice Italian songs with nice messages. If I remember correctly, Mozart was really immature. What? Come on, man. Maybe he let the fame get to his head as well. Ricky, what's the Mozart lore? What is it? Do you know the song? Do you know the do you know I don't know how to pronounce this Italian part. Do you know Figaro? He was just really into toilet humor. Oh, I guess that's not the worst thing. If he was alive today, he'd probably have hella Twitter rant. And he sounds like he'd be like meme posting on Twitter or something, you know? Or like telling really weird jokes. There are a few movies that describe him. Oh, okay, okay. You know what? I don't need to know. I liked playing Mozart when I was playing piano. Do you ever separate the artist from his personal life if you're a fan of that person? Yeah, yeah. I think it depends. I mean, like obviously, bad people can make good art, right? Like that's the thing, right? And a bad person, can make a thing that's very special to you, right? And I think that could be hard to reconcile. But I think you can separate it. I think it really just depends on you and what you're comfortable with, and it depends. Obviously, there's like a big nuance, right? If the person is like a serial murderer, then maybe you versus like if they said a few problematic things on Twitter. There's like a there's like a pretty big gradient there. Just a Reddit troll, yeah. Mozart was just like a 4chan troll. Like, what is that guy doing? But then in his free time, he was writing famous opera music or famous classical music. Yeah, I think sometimes I separate. Like for example, I like Porter Robinson's music, but he's a huge weeb, and I can separate the art from the artist in that situation, or I don't know. I think a lot of times I won't even like. I think a lot of times I won't even engage with it if the person's like really bad, you know. And sometimes I can't get over it in my brain. I watch a Tom Cruise movie and I'm like, oh, not the Scientology. Or like someone who's like really bad. Like I think like I would not be able to watch someone who did really awful things like on screen. Mozart canceled on all platforms for his toilet humor. Oh no. Talking about Carl Jobs, he still watches vids. I mean, I think it's fine. I think it's really up to you. Like he didn't kill anyone, okay? Like he didn't do a great job. He misrepresented the lawsuit, and a lot of people were unaware of the nature of the lawsuit. And he seems kind of like he doesn't have the best public image these days. But to be fair, he does make the good videos, and he always has. Yeah, it's just really up to you whether you want to keep watching it or not. I haven't watched it in a while, but I kind of stopped watching all that. I haven't been watching as much of the people cheating at speedrun videos, even though I do like them. There's just not a lot of them. Someone needs to someone needs to step up and fill the Carl Jobst hole in the market. Although I think his videos still do well. Porter's a level 3, he definitely is. And welcome in, Dawn. I am Japanese, yes. But yeah, it's I mean, I watched some speedrunning content. Like I still like. I think Easy Speezy is fun, But I haven't watched a Tomato Anus video in a while. I don't know what videos he's been making. Maybe I think I have to know the game. I think I have to know the game before I watch like a speedrun video of it. Otherwise it's very meaningless, you know? It depends. It depends. I think I've been watching a fair amount of. I've been watching like a ton of Deltarune videos. I watch like every Deltarune video out there, you know, like every theory out there. I'm watching it. I know what's going on. I know the theories, but I fell off the FNAF theory wagon. At this point, I have not kept up, and I don't know what's going on anymore. There's been a whole new game. I have not watched it. I've not seen anything to do with it, so I think I'm out. You know, I might watch the movie if it comes when it comes out this year, but I don't know if I'm keeping up to date on the. I maybe I finally grew out of it at the age of 26. I finally grew out of my FNAF phase. That's a game you're actually good at. True, true. I shouldn't let that go, yeah. But the new games are very different. There's not really like being good at it and the skill, you know? Um, I saw a nerdy video where this girl was exploring Hyrule trying to find the divine beast excavation sites. What? What does that mean? Oh, like cause they found the divine beast back in the day? Well, where? I don't think they exist on the map, no? The other day we're having a hard time thinking of one. That's true. That's true. I think these days it depends. Like these days I'm pretty good at Genshin. Um and these days I'm not as much of a liability as I once was, you know? Like I think back in the day I was definitely a liability in if I played like Elden Ring or something like that. But nowadays I'm like net neutral, leaning towards positive contribution, you know? Um and I think in Baldur's Gate I very steeply, you know? Like sometimes I'm completely throwing and sometimes I'm like, oh, sometimes it's like, oh, that's a good idea. That was a good call. You tried, you know? Or it's like, oh, you were helpful. But yeah, but sometimes I do throw pretty hard. Most of the time you separate the artist from the personal depends on how bad the person. Yeah, exactly, exactly. If they like said something, like if it's like you know like Carl Jobs or something, like they said something bad like 10 years ago, they apologize. I could see like you could still enjoy their content and like separate that from them. Um, but it kind of depends, you know. Like I said, if they're like a murderer or something, like maybe it'd be hard to watch a film from a murderer. I don't know. You're hardcore? Yeah, I'm hardcoring on Genshin. I didn't even know Elden Ring existed back then. I mean, it's been out for 3 or 4 years now. I only played it a couple years ago though. But I'm just saying, over time, over the last like 2 or so years, I've improved a lot at Elden Ring. But most of the time, you throw the firebolt with the 25%. I'm throwing the firebolt because you said I shouldn't use all my spell slots. And what can I do after that? I just use I don't have that many cantrips. I waste my cantrips on like like minor illusion and stuff, you know. I get the ones I like. Did you play Lies of P? No, I haven't. I haven't. The only Souls like I've played is Elden Ring. Welcome in P. I think I just said that. Sorry. Your ribbons are cool. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Spell slots and firebolts. Y'all some wizards up in here. No, I was a bard. Yeah, I'm playing a bard with a bow. See, I didn't know about the bow till recently. I'm sorry. You said I should use the bow now. Now I use a bow instead of the other things because it actually does more damage. So I'll just use the bow every time. But I just like my utility spells. You know, I like my support spells. I want a fairy fire. You know. The other day you got me Twitter feed I posted exclusively said fireball. Nice. Fireball is pretty good. I don't use it much though. I think it's basic. I like the really random spells that don't really have that much use, but I think they're fun. You wanna squish that corgi squishmallow? It's not a squishmallow. It's just like a plushie. It's from 1,000 Skies. It's very, very cute. Like Fairy Fire. Yeah, I love Fairy Fire. It's one of my favorite spells. I'm just a big fan of the supportive spells. I like to feel like I'm helping. I'm like, you know what? I might not do damage, but I'm helping. I can hold a person. Then I feel very helpful if I hold a person. She gives that plush a onigiri card. No. You give your plush a onigiri card. Maybe you can get a... Wait, my background actually is blurry. Maybe Ricky was right. I think Ricky might have been onto something. Isn't it more blurry than usual, or was it always this blurry? That's crazy. Maybe it just became unblurry. I don't even know. Maybe you should get an onigiri plushie, and that'd be pretty cute. You got a nose hair trimmer today. It was life-changing. How much nose hair do you have? Do you have nose hair? Is your nose hair so long it comes out of your nose? Then I would trim it. You know when you see people and their nose hair is like exploding out of their nose? Like you do not want that. Welcome to your nose hair trimmer arrow. Allows the remainder of your... Are you out here trimming your nose hair every day, man? It looks the same to me. It looked different for a second. But maybe I'm just like hyper-focusing on it. I have no idea. It would just make me hungry. Yeah, onigiri plushie would make me hungry too. It didn't come out of my nose, but it was growing at weird angles and irritating your nose. Huh. Yeah, and I've never experienced this. I'd notice when you switch up channels, just my word. Okay, fine. Ricky notices very, very easily. Like when the Squirtle Squad robs a picnic and bunches all their onigiri and drinks their beer. Oh no. You think men get worse nose hair? Probably. I think men just get worse hair. Like they just have more hair in general. Not always, but probably. Cause I never hear women saying like shaving their chest hair. You know, I'm sure some women do, but like it's probably not as common. I forgot. There's a character in Rise of Tomb Raider that resembles the female companion that is not Lae'zel. Shadowheart? There's quite a few. You got hair on your shoulders, but way more on your left, like on the top of your shoulder, or on the back of your shoulder. There's just like a little like tuft of hair here. That could be fun. You should grow it out. Squirtle Squad. Hope work is going well, Kalani. At least we don't have to shave our armpits. I think that's a great injustice. Cause like, why do women have to shave their armpits and men don't? I don't believe in that. I don't have any problem if a woman has hairy armpits. I don't think it's a problem at all. Like who cares? You give your armpits a good trim. Are they long too? You should grow out your armpit hair and then connect them to your shoulder hair. Have you considered that? It could be a look. It would reduce your mobility though. And welcome in, Con. Hope you're doing well today. If my girlfriend didn't want to do it, you wouldn't care about armpit. Yeah, who cares, right? Like, does anyone who's not like a middle-aged woman like actually care if someone has hairy armpits, or like if a woman has like hair on their leg? Like, do you really care? Like, does it matter? Like, if you say, let's take a beautiful K-pop. Oh, sorry, Colin is here. We gotta be careful who we pick. No, I'm kidding. Okay, imagine there's Won Young and she has hairy legs. Do you really care? Like, why does that matter? Whole shoulder. It's like Paul's. Yeah, that's what Zirconia is. He's gonna stop trimming his shoulder hair. My number one Pokemon is Ashley Squirtle with the sunglasses. Let's go. Unvi with hairy armpits. I'm still risking it all. Yeah, like who cares, right? Wait, do male K-pop idols shave their armpits? They probably do, right? I don't think they have hairy armpits. I could be wrong. Depends how hairy. A little bit is just natural. Chewbacca level. How would someone get Chewbacca level, man? How much armpit hair can you grow? Like, what if it's like a man's level visible? Like, men don't shave their armpits. I think it's a double standard. It's a double standard. Either men should shave their armpits or women shouldn't have to. And I don't think they have to. I don't think anyone cares these days. Um, like I think the only people who have ever said it is like my grandma, you know, who are like, or like maybe like my mom, like the older generation are like, oh, it's not very ladylike to have hairy legs or whatever. It's like, who cares? Who cares? It's 2025. This girl ain't wearing shades. He ain't with the vibes. I mean, I think all Pokemon would look pretty cute with sunglasses. You shaved your armpits quite a few times as a man. It's more comfortable. Is your hair grow? Maybe you just have a weird hair direction. I feel like Koreans aren't very hairy at all. I think East Asians in general aren't like hairy by East Asian standards. It's not like that hairy, you know. It's very genetic. You never see any of the BTS looks rocking a mustache. I guess yeah. I can't even think of an idol that has like a beard, right? I guess they're just very anti-hair. They probably just get waxed constantly. I think a lot of them just get like laser hair removal. No, people get Chewbacca low. Really? Can't imagine that. Taeyong lives without a shirt, and he has a really smooth chest. No, like he doesn't have hair. A lot of men do shave their body hair. I see a lot of dudes with shaved legs. Maybe it's just more comfy. I don't know. I guess I think it should just be like personal preference, you know? Like it's like it's your own hair. Do whatever you want to it as long as you're clean and not stinky. I don't care. It's either double standard, but your personal preference is not hair. I mean, it's okay to have preferences, but like I don't think it's right to expect that of someone, you know? Like obviously you can have a preference. You're out here with hairy pits and legs. Actually, I don't shave my legs, but you actually can like. I mean, you guys have seen me in like shorts. I grow hair, but it's so thin that you cannot really see it. Or you can only see it if you go like really close. So at that point, I was just like, who cares? Like I'm like, what's the point of shaving it if you can't even see it? You just think it was cute when I could feel the stubble on my girlfriend's slut. You know what? You do. I don't know how that's cute, but honestly, that's sweet. That is sweet that you think that kind of thing is cute. I don't understand it personally, but yeah. Don't judge. Oh no, I think it's sweet. I think it's sweet. Gotta stay warm in this Canadian winter. Exactly. Braid your armpit hair. Oh my gosh. Welcome back, Ratsy. Hard to agree with. Do what you want. Yeah, exactly. Like it's your own body. Obviously, no one can tell you what to do with it, unless you're stinky. Then I will tell you to shower. And welcome in, Floor. Cookie for you. Thank you. I'll give you a cookie back. Not the same one. A different one. She doesn't grow leg hair and is immune to weave. I'm not immune to weave. I'm very susceptible. I'm 4 times weak to weeb. Cactus legs are cute. No, I think it's yeah, exactly. Like you love her so much that even stuff that people would consider like not like imperfections because it's like hair because you can just shave it off, but like even stuff that's not necessarily considered like cute or like attractive or something, like you love it anyway. I think that's very sweet. You do use the best way to respond to this stuff. Exactly. I mean, that's the only thing you can do, right? Like, unless you're hurting someone, like you do you. And welcome in Yokomoto. What am I joining? We're just talking about body hair, as we do. How you feel it? I can't ask about people's body hair. If Mija doesn't shave, she becomes covered in hair like a caterpillar. It helps with the what does hair help with? Aerodynamics. Can you make a YouTube video of you going to conventions and telling stinky people to shower? No, I'm not going near the stinky people. I'm not going anywhere near them. I actually was downtown last weekend. Yeah, I think it was last weekend, and there was an anime convention. I was walking down the street, and then suddenly I started seeing people in like weavish attire. I was like, that person's wearing like you know the sailor kind of school uniform kind of vibe. I saw some weird weavy backpack. I saw weird hair accessories and stuff like that, like very weeby, and I was like, that's kind of weird. Like a lot of people in some unique styles. And then I saw some cosplays, and I was like, I am near the convention center. Turns out, biggest anime convention in Vancouver. At that point, I didn't actually recognize like any. I saw like Luffy, but like everyone else, I did not recognize. I didn't even see any Genshin cosplays. If there were Genshin, I would have recognized them. Miju claims she was down for another reason. It was Pride as well. Everything was happening that weekend. Miju went to the anime convention, then hit up Uniqlo to scoop out Dun merch. True. Cosplay just like you. I didn't recognize any of them. There was this girl with blue hair, but it wasn't Rem, and she had like a wand that had a musical note on it. Maybe she was from like a rhythm game. I don't know. Did not recognize her, but she was out there taking photos for like an hour. It's not a joke. You'd think it was a joke that it was stinky at conventions or gaming tournaments, but when I went, it's not. Oh no, I don't think it's a joke either. I've never been, but I know it's not a joke. WeebCon 2025. It was WeebCon 2025. Miju when she goes to the anime convention, but forgot to put on her Dun shirt. Always make that mistake. Is that how you guys pronounce Luffy? Luffy. Is it not Luffy? Like fluffy, but without the F? No? My anime convention is called Level Up here, but it's anime and gaming. I don't know what this one was called. Probably called like Weeb City. I don't know. Stinky Weeb Town, something like that. Level Up, you level 3. True. You just accidentally found yourself. Yes, I swear. I was just walking, and I was surrounded by weebs, and it was very scary. But I couldn't. None of them seemed stinky. I couldn't tell. Was it Hatsune Miku? It was not Hatsune Miku. It was short hair. It was like a bob. It was a bob, and she had a music like a treble clef on the wand, and the outfit was like kind of like white. I can't really remember. Don't know who it was. I didn't recognize. There was multiple cosplayers. Did not recognize any of them. So I don't think I don't think I've retained enough. I don't think I've retained enough anime knowledge from you guys. It's definitely Luffy. You think it's Luffy? I've been saying Luffy this whole time. But I don't know. I've seen dubbed episodes of One Piece and it's Luffy. That sounds actually pretty stupid. Like if you guys were named that, would you rather it be pronounced Luffy or Luffy? Like I think I would rather be Luffy. Luffy sounds weird. Laufey. Not Laufey. Rei Ayanami. You think? Let me look her up. I'll confirm if it was a cosplayer I saw. Rei Ayanami. I don't think it's her. She's in like a bodysuit. That's not her. It was more of a cutesy outfit. She looked like a magical girl, and she had the music note. Maybe she just made it up. Maybe it's not even a real character. Maybe it's like super niche. She was like she was like a level 3 weaving out. Don't judge. It's its name. I think it's a silly name. Why is it called Luffy? It's like when Michael B. Jordan says he watches Noro 2. Noro 2. He's trying. He's trying his best. I think it's less weeby to pronounce it wrong though. It's kind of like it's kind of like it depends how they pronounce it. You know, if I think sometimes people try way too hard to pronounce it the Japanese way, or when they're like really confident about their Japanese pronunciation, but it's like really off. You know, like I appreciate sometimes the effort to pronounce it properly, but like sometimes it's like, bro, just say like ramen, like it's fine. Was it Gray from Black Coat? I can't keep googling all these anime things. Gray Black Clover. No, that was not that. There was no black cloak. I have no idea. Maybe she was just so niche. Michael B. Jordan is definitely in level 3. No, he has a Naruto coach collect. What? He has designer clothing that's Naruto themed. Chad is approaching level 4. Keep your fingers on the shield, but I'm ready. I'm ready to ban everyone. She went to flex on the fake leaves, addressing something ultra obscure, probably. She was like, "Oh, you don't know who I am? You think I'm Ren, like or Rem? Like get out of here. You're not a real level 4." Um, Miji Loki knows how to say the name. She said it wrong to sound less. I've actually never heard it. Cause everyone just says One Piece. No one talks about the guy. I always almost forget his name. Sometimes I'm like, I keep getting it. I thought his name was like Mickey, but I feel like that's not right. Was it Free Ren? It was not Free Ren. How do you pronounce Ottawa? Like that. Ottawa. You got Naruto Crocs. Oh my gosh. Jaewong actually has a couple Naruto Coach bag. Guys, what is Coach doing? Making weeb collections? So it's for rich weebs basically. Okay. The Dragon Ball collab with Adidas was sick too. Oh, okay, fine. Coach is level 3. Apparently. No, we all know One Piece is okay. One Piece is like level 1. Um, One Piece is level 1, um, but having a Coach One Piece bag means you like put a lot of money into it, you know? Like it means like you bought something very expensive that was One Piece themed. So I feel like that automatically bumps you to level 2 at least. Naruto and Luffy. I mean, I know how to say Naruto. Like I obviously know how to say it. Sometimes I just say it in like a English way so people don't get confused. You know? Because sometimes it sounds different. People get confused. The Straw Hat Gang. Get out of here. Watching all 1,200 episodes makes you level 3. I mean, yeah, if you watch all of it, then you're definitely at least a level 2. Or if not a level 3. Because that's a lot of time commitment. And Walkman protagonist, not another weeb. My niece was making me watch Naruto stuff yesterday. She was actually a weeb, reads manga and everything. Oh no. What level is she? Is she level 2? Mijuji hides her weeb knowledge. Who's Gojo? Is it the guy from Jujutsu Kaisen? Is he not? Oh no. Gojo is from Chainsaw Man, right? In Spanish class, you'd always pronounce everything in the most gringo way possible. I think it's just like it depends on the word. It depends on the word. Like I think like some things people will not know what I'm saying if I say it in a Japanese way, you know? But some things are okay. Like if I say ramen, people probably know what I mean. The one example is like in Genshin, there's a character called Goro, like Gorou. And like everyone in English just says Goro, you know, like Goro. But then technically in English it would be like Goro. But like sometimes people are like, who are you talking about? Like what character is that, you know? Miji would love Gojo. Get out of here. The whole class would laugh. It was like a running joke. The teacher hated me. Oh no. Yeah, it's I can do some yeah, I can pronounce I can pronounce English words in a Japanese way, and I can pronounce Japanese words in an English way. There's a time and a place, you know? There's a time and a place. Or it's like when I'm talking to my family members and I'm like, oh, do you know, let's take, like, if I said, like, oh, do you know One Piece? And they're like, oh, what's One Piece? And I'm like, do you know One Piece? And they're like, oh, One Piece. You know, like it's like they don't my cousin will always ask me that. Like I'll say something in English. I'll be like, oh, do you know Taylor Swift? And she's like, can you say it in Japanese? And I'm like, Taylor Swift. And she's like, oh, Taylor Swift. It's so funny. I feel silly try harding with rolling my R's. No, it's not silly to try hard. Maybe in high school it's silly if you feel embarrassed to try hard, but now it's all good. You know, McDonald's are true. Yeah, I mean, like if I said McDonald's, they're gonna be like, what is that? You know. So I think it makes sense. It makes sense. I think there's a time and a place for pronouncing things incorrectly, or like technically incorrectly to have someone understand what you're saying, right? I think that's fine. Last month I went to Barcelona. I actually cannot roll my R's. It's a big problem. I what am I trying to say? Like in the Italian song, there's like, oh, she's like, can you roll your R? I'm like, I cannot roll my R. I'm like, okay, I'll just try my best. She visited from Kyoto to Sacramento and hit her with that pancake. True, true. It's some things are pronounced so different. Like I always give this example, but there's a brand of curry called Vermont curry. We went over this last time, the famous Vermont curry. And then the whole time, my mom growing up would call it Vermont kare, right? And then I did not know that meant Vermont. Like in my mind, I was like, I didn't even think about it. I thought it was just like some word, right? But it was like Vermont kare, and I was like, that sounds nothing like it. Like if I was in charge of pronouncing that, I would have, or if I was in charge of making it Japanese, I would not have written it like that. I guess you can't really change it. I'm sure you can. You just need the right tip for it. Maybe but I don't know. I've never been able to though. L- See, I don't know how. Ricardo. I feel like my tongue will not move in that way. Uh, Steph Curry, yeah, yeah. You mean Steph Curry? The great state of Vermont. I can't even read that, man. Next Miju cosplay. Free rent. Get out of here. Where'd you get that free rent emo? Where did you get that? Stop hanging out in weave chats, man. Your tongue was not made for roll. I think it's just not possible. You know, I think if I could have done rolling R's, I would have done it by now, you know? Can't do it. Steph got it. Steph Vermont got it. Middle name Vermont. What's Steph Curry's middle name? It might be Vermont. We don't know. Your friend needs to stop weaving out of a free run. Come on. The homie streams MLB the show, listen to K-pop, and we talk anime too. That sounds all three. I mean, I only like one of those things, okay? I wouldn't be able to handle the rest of them. That's there's a lot of interesting ways I never know how to like change people's names to Japanese. Like to write it in katakana. Like I do not know the way. Like sometimes the way they change people's names is so nonsensical. Baseball can be sort of weeby. Like I guess. I'll search multiple tips until I find the one that helps you mark my words. You'll roll your R's. Okay. I'm ready. I can't be I can't truly be Miju S Cubana unless I can roll my R's. Otani's the goat. He is very famous right now. Even I know him. Otani loves anime, so the Dodgers get anime collab. What? That guy, come on. No longer a fan. Um, teaching him a failure to his Spanish. Okay. Ricky needs to hold like a course. Ricky's gonna hold a lecture. How to roll your R's class. I'd be down to learn. I would love to be able to do that. Can I attend? Yeah, you can attend too. Anyone else need a lesson on how to roll your R's? Any people want to learn proper Spanish? Otani is the greatest baseball player all time. Yeah, apparently he's like the pride and joy of Japan right now. Give me some time, I'll teach you. Okay. I'm ready. Can anyone really learn though? I thought maybe it was just like you gotta learn when you're young or it's too late. You know? Or maybe some of us have weird shaped tongues and we cannot roll our R's. I don't know. But it would help. It would help. Maybe my next song I'll learn is Spanish. Does Spanish have classical songs? Is there classical Spanish? Probably, right? I'll find one. Mrs. Rodriguez, your high school Spanish teacher would be proud if I learned how over a decade later. Yeah, you can call her up and be like, hey, guess what, Miss Rodriguez? I can roll my R's. He's one of one. No one plays both pitching shutouts and batting home runs on daily basis. Nice. Go Otani. Japanese legend. Second only to me. You haven't seen my pitches and home runs. I do it on a twice daily basis. I do at least 2 home runs and two strikeouts a day. Like I'm the one throwing the pitches, striking the other guy out. And the guy is Otani. My high school language class was Mandarin. Mrs. Chen definitely mad I stopped learning. Oh no. I took French class in 8th grade, but then after that, I was allowed to take the Japanese challenge exam, so I just took that. And I got a credit, and then I got a free period. Which I'm very happy about. Usually pitchers are awful at batting, but Otani is insane at both. I see. I'm not a baseball guy, I'm sorry. That's advice of a person who surrendered. Oh, okay, fine. I'll try. And then I'll impress my singing teacher. I'll just show up one day and I'll be like, learn how to roll my R's. Hit me with the Italian songs. Japanese was full of weaves. I had to get Mandarin for 3 years and then 1 year French. Damn. Mandarin sounds hard though. Maybe that's why I ever went to Japanese. It was the only time I performed so badly that my mom needed to have a parent-teacher conference about me getting an F. You got an F in Spanish? Oh no, Con. You need that lesson ASAP. High school is hello, baby. Okay, take care, Angel. Thanks for stopping by. I gotta go soon too. I have Pilates. I gotta do I gotta work out my abs and stuff like that. You squeaked out a C by the end of semester. Oh, that's not a great grade, but I'm glad you passed. I'm sure that's really affecting your life's opportunities, right? Getting a C in your high school class. But yeah, I should probably get going. If you learn Mandarin, Japanese, and Korean ain't that hard. I mean, no kidding. I don't think Japanese is nowhere near as difficult as Mandarin. That's where it all went wrong. Oh no. Yeah, it's abs time. Gotta work on these rock hard abs. But yeah, I will go to that. Glad it's not raining anymore, so I don't have to drive in the rain. But yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow with some more yapping. 9 a.m. Pacific. Get free right out of here. Yeah, it's nice chatting with you all as well. Join the Discord if you haven't already. You just got here. That's why I'm leaving. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend if I don't see you. But hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.